My girlfriend texting hug.
All right, I started recording now, and I'm just gonna mark it, and then I'll just come in with the intro.
Yeah,
we'll
go for it.
Okay. And mark.
It's time to fuck the face.
How's it going, folks? This is Goku,
This is Corey Stevens.
and this is our new podcast. This is our new project.
Yeah, we're trying this out. We're gonna see how dry of a run we can go because I don't know if we're gonna bleed or not.
This is Tales from the Dumpster Fire,
I like the name,
and I still can't get over that name. Like, I really.
Well, tell the story of how you came up with it.
So, all right, this is gonna be interesting.
I love putting people on the spot.
But yeah, basically, for the most part, I was having this conversation with my ex, and this ex I've known for like 7 years now.
7 years. That's
We
too
started
long for
dating.
knowing
I know,
anybody that
but
used
it's
to
like
fuck.
we broke up like 5 years ago, and I was just like, I'll come into her life every other year or so, and I'll just antagonize her for
Not
no
once a year,
reason.
'cause that's too much. Right?
I know,
Yeah.
just like it's like every other year, I'll just come out of nothing, just like breaking just years of silence, and I'll be like, "Hey, so I have some news that I gotta tell you. Something came in the mail today, and I really wanted to, let you in on it." And she was like, "Oh my god, I don't even want to know what you're talking about." And I was pretty much let her into this bit where I just wanted her to say, "What is it?" D's nuts. That was it. That was it. That was the
you
whole.
were just going for like the most complex prank to get
I
to the most
basically
childish reaction.
I basically made her believe I had cancer.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I got something. I'm just not really. I don't know how to tell you this. Like, it's really rough. I know it's kind of weird to tell you, but
I don't
make
know
it
if I'll
sound
see
all
you in
serious.
6 months.
Exactly. It's like something I have to tell you before I go. That's how I made it sound, and it was just
Like the
perfect.
third episode of The Expanse.
And she was like, "You're building this up so much," and I was just like, "Well, just please, do you want to know or not?" She's like, "Yeah." "Are you sure?" "What is it?" "D's nuts." And that's it. And I got such a laugh out of it. I was like, "Ha!" Just typing out, "Ha!" Got you.
ha! Dot dot dot! Ha!
Everybody looking at it would think that I was a total fucking loser, but I was okay with it just because it was funny to me. So fuck
As
it.
long as it's funny to you, that's
But
where you got to start from.
Basically, we started talking again after that, and I was like totally serious with her, and we
Oh,
were just
good
like
job.
and she's actually doing pretty well, and like
That's what I call a Karl Malone rebound.
yeah, right. Yeah, and we were just got talking, tried to close all the gaps of this weird history because we were like, she was like the girl I dated for the longest, but
See,
so
I'm
they
doing the
tend not to
opposite.
fall out of your.
See, I'm
out of
doing
your
the opposite
mind.
with my ex right now. She's trying to message the shit out of me, and I'm not responding to anything. like she sent me, I think, 10 messages, 2 pictures, and a voice chat for no reason. Yeah, it's getting sad. Like, and I mean, I did have a lot of history with this girl, but
Yeah.
she looks like the troll that charged you too much to cross the bridge.
Ugh.
Like like you don't want to do any of that.
That sounds so mean.
We went
That
to
sounds
sad.
so
like,
mean.
Your story's funny. Mine's just sad and desperate.
It's all
of
right.
This other girl, like, I've seen, because I'm too much of a gentleman to block her. So I
Gentlemen, or is it just like, well, maybe she'll be like, oh, well, whatever. I'll
No,
just
it
suck
really
your
is
dick and
that.
leave.
No, it
Or
really is
it's
just. It's
okay.
just like, oh well,
You're
she
just-
might show up in a city.
You're
one
just
day
late
and I'm
gentleman, and you're tipping your
Yeah.
fucking fedora.
mad. Blocked you now.
Milady.
Milady, will you suck on these nuts?
Oh, that would be an even weirder scenario to use D's nuts. But
Yeah.
Anyway.
no, especially if it worked, because I bet it would.
to get back to the point, I took the conversation that we had with my girlfriend and just used a quote about how I was just messing with her. I was just like, man, you can't tell me that I've just been super selfish over these years. I don't always mess with you. You remember that time I donated to charity? And she's like, no. I was like, yeah, because I didn't. But still, do you remember all these otother times that I got? And it's just...
Do you remember when I thought about donating to charity?
that one time, I totally didn't. But
I was like, these bitches need breast cancer cures, but
yeah. No, I was just messing with her, and when it came down to it, I just copied and pasted that out of context and just put it up on my Facebook, and I was like, well, I'm gonna use this. Check out my new mixtape coming out this fucking Friday. It's called Tales from the Dumpster Fire. And
So really
something about the name.
spontaneous and had nothing to
It's
do with
just-
the
yeah,
conversation.
It just had to do with it came out of
Did
other
you guys
people's
just-
misery.
Wait.
And I
I
enjoyed
want to
that.
know if this does have something to do with your past. Did you dispose of your prom baby in a dumpster fire?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
Surprising.
Where did
I
you
recycled
dispose
it.
it? Oh,
like you're
well,
supposed
good
to.
job. You got to think about the environment when disposing of dumpster babies.
I didn't think about it. I didn't even go. I did go to prom. I almost went to
I
prom
didn't.
twice actually.
Oh, good job.
And I was graduated, and she still wanted me to go to prom again. And this was the same girl. Like I went to prom with her both years, and she was like, "Oh, go to prom with me again. It's my senior prom now." And I was like, "Hey, get away from me!"
Junior prom was sad enough.
I just got my license. I gotta drive around, and I was 18 when I got my license.
Oh man.
I'm such a fucking fuck up.
See, I always lose my girlfriends over winter, so I never get to prom.
Uh,
They're like,
Damn.
they're
Cuffing
like,
season just does not go well for you,
no,
does
it
it?
doesn't. It's hard to eat pussy when you're coughing on it.
That's fucking gross. Holy shit.
Oh, you should. Yeah. Well,
Well-
they always like me to spit on it anyways.
So what else is going on in the world?
Well, there's a lot of things going on in the world right now. We got people talking shit. We got
Of course.
Donald Trump still alive for some
Always
reason. And
fucking
then we got
hasn't been
we
assassinated
rednecks
yet.
are always trying to take back the land that they don't own.
Yeah,
you know?
those fat hicks.
Yeah.
What's the hashtag again? You're just talking
y'all
about this.
Qaeda.
Y'all Qaeda.
Hashtag y'all
Howdy,
Qaeda.
y'all.
Howdy y'all Qaeda.
It's
Whoa,
like a.
whoa,
I feel like it would be a turkey call for their like. I don't.
Oh, look, they're coming. Oh, I can't see them. They're in camo shit. That one's between two bushes.
But they're moving really slow because, unlike the actual army, they're not required to run in a militia.
They
So,
can stroll.
Yeah, they're coming in there with their camo, but you can kind of see the shimmering bulge around their waist. That's just this muffin top
Like it's
covering their
mostly camo.
gun.
You're like,
Yeah.
Is that a cotton slit in that bush? Whoa, that's white as fuck.
Why is there this random belly button just sticking out in the wilderness? Oh, wait. Why are there like 80 belly buttons? Oh, because they're all these fat pieces of shit. But anyway.
I didn't know that bushes could fall teeth out of them.
This oatmeal stout's fucking rocking.
Dude,
I'm
that
rocking
shit was
this shit
good.
right now.
I love it. I didn't know bushes could smoke meth.
Tales from the Dumpster Fire, brought to you by Oatmeal Stout, Breckenridge Brewing.
Breckenridge Brewing. We
It
love
is
random
turning us into assholes very slowly.
sponsors. Me quicker because this is my second one.
I
But
fucking spilled it on me. God damn it.
you gotta be careful with those dark beers. They look fizzle.
I know, right? Those dark beers. You gotta
Those-
watch out for those dark. No, you know what? I'm not getting into that. Nope. Completely. I'm trying to avoid racial subjects whenever possible.
we're trying to avoid racial subjects.
I am.
I'll take it to racial subjects
No,
right now.
don't even. I don't. No.
What makes white people so evil? I didn't say it would be against other
Because their
people. I only
teeth are
made
so
fun of my own
nice. I
race.
don't know.
Because
Yeah,
what?
because their teeth are nice. I don't fucking know. Shit.
Evil teeth equals evil.
No.
Like you have the only way it's not even skin color that we're looking at when we're subjugating other people. When England went to Africa, they were just like, man, these people's teeth are crooked. There's no way these motherfuckers are civilized. Weird tangent.
I just stopped there because I kind of spaced out. I was like, what the fuck was I talking about? So, you remember back with the so first of all, you like to do some trippage. You like to take some hallucinogens.
Oh yeah, psychedelics are my favorite thing.
When was the last time you tripped?
So that's the thing, is I love tripping, but it's been so long. It's been, I think, 8 months.
Mm-hmm.
And that is too, well, no, that's even worse. It's almost been 2 years.
2 years since you
Dude,
tripped?
And I think it's almost been 2 years, March, because the last time I had mushrooms was I drank it in a tea and I watched the Lorax. And it fucking blew my mind. Because this is the first time I saw that movie and I was like, this is everything that's wrong with the world. Obviously, I'm just on mushrooms. But,
Yeah.
like, they probably put half an eighth in that tea. And tea is just potent quicker. It's not that it's more potent, it just hits you quicker.
It hits you quicker. It's more easily digestible.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's way easier digestible.
So it's just this fucking
When's the
water.
last time you had? Well, obviously, it's probably like yesterday.
The last time I tripped, Was it the no? Last time I tripped was just on mushrooms in my room, and I was just reading shit, so that wasn't really interesting. But the time before that, you remember the super blood moon, the lunar eclipse?
Oh yeah.
I did acid that day,
Oh.
and I was hanging out at my boy's house, and it was just really surreal. It was so surreal because we started.
Yeah.
I started like 4 hours before it, and so I was like peaking around then for the most part. I was like, up.
Ready to go.
And-
yeah.
Yeah, gradually it's just like, wow, this is going to be cool. We're going to cook hot dogs and we're going to smoke blunts and whatever. And that started to turn into, as the night got darker and we saw the moon, everyone was like, oh shit, well, the world might end tonight. And I got that in my head. Like, I got that in my head like super fucking hard.
Oh.
And so as the lunar eclipse started, I was like, holy fuck, I think I might lose my mind right now. And the mountains might split open and fucking fire will just cascade across the fucking mountains and the countryside. We'll
So
just
a
be
regular
dead.
acid experience.
So it was pretty horrific, but I did not like actually say any of this, or I wasn't like outwardly scared. I was just like all in my head, and I was like, just keep it, dude. There's nothing that's gonna happen. You're gonna fucking kick yourself for thinking this later because you're so fucking stupid right now.
You didn't have any close friends to be like, hey.
No, I did, and they were keeping it together with me. But this is the weird part of the story. As soon as the blood moon started, this was around the time of the air show,
Right.
and there was this jet, this huge fucking plane, aircraft, something. It was totally unknown to me. I didn't know what the fuck it was because it wasn't a normal jet. It was traveling slower for sure, but it was making just as much noise, and it had all these lights on the bottom. I could barely see the outline of it, even though the sun was still barely set.
Right.
You could barely see the outline of it, and there was like 8 lights on the bottom of it, and they weren't blinking like normal plane lights blink. They were just on, and I was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" And on acid, that will throw you the fuck off when you see shit you don't recognize or understand.
By the way, never done acid. Did one time box set.
Mushrooms are a lot the same, the same.
See, I've heard.
And you'll still get that same sense of paranoia. But I was looking at this, I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Guys, look at this. What is that?" And they're like, "Holy shit, I don't know what that is." And I put this up on Facebook. I was like, "Who? Does anyone know or see this plane? Like, am I just fucking losing my shit right
I
now?"
think I saw that one.
A lot of people did. I had 5 other people told me, yeah, they
Oh,
saw
no,
it,
no,
and
I
it was
think I
weird
saw your
because
post,
it
but-
circled around like 30 Road, the more towards Clifton. That's
Oh,
where we were
right,
at, and it just
yeah.
circled around twice, and then it just took off somewhere.
Huh.
And I saw this really weird arrangement of lights around it. It kind of looked like a tripod, like one of those weird like Lambda class fucking cruisers in Star Wars
yeah.
that they have the folding wings or whatever.
Yeah,
It looked a lot
smaller
like that.
ones.
Like, imagine just a light on each one of those tails, and it was just flying like that.
Oh,
Yeah, it
damn.
was fucking weird.
And
it was.
and what happened after that? As in, like, did
I was
you
sitting
just
there-
focus on that and think it happened for 3 hours?
Okay.
For 30
This is what I did.
seconds?
This is what I did. I was standing up while watching the moon and watching this, and so I went and I sat down in the same chair on the patio, and I opened up my phone, and I took a Snapchat and saying, "Well, bye." And nobody knew what that meant because I was like, well, fuck it. This might be the last thing I ever say. And then, because it's weird when you think that it's like the world might actually end. Like, what would you do if you knew that? And you, and you just like felt it coming, but nobody else really
What would
got
you
it?
do if you did?
I don't fucking know. That's just, I fantasize about it all the time. Is that bad?
No, well, like, okay, when you mean the world ends, do you mean like I have a problem where I have dreams and they're like end of the world dreams. Like I had a dream the other week where I literally was in a valley and there were mountains surrounding me, and then all of a sudden I literally saw a giant wave come over them and take everything out, and there was for some reason there was an elephant in the middle of the wave, and and that was the last thing I remember is an elephant hitting me and I die.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, dude. And so now
just an
when
elephant.
I'm like, dude, yeah,
I always think of the sun or something
the
crazy.
elephant was in the wave, like it was straight up like there were boats and other animals, but I just remember that like the last thing I saw was a giant elephant in the wave, and it smashed me, and that was how I died in the dream. And now every time I go through the canyon for my job, I'm just like, fuck. Like, I don't know, there was something, like, I'm afraid of black holes appearing randomly because of a dream.
That's fucking weird.
It's only happened twice. Like, it all happened, like, when I was a really little kid. I had this dream about being, like, reliving the scene in Jurassic Park where you're being chased by the T-Rex, and you see it in the rearview mirror. And, like, from then on, I have, like, a little tiny, like, it's the smallest part of my brain, but it's still like, make sure to look for dinosaurs when you look in the mirror.
But what the fuck?
I'm not like
That would
I'm
throw
not
me
lying.
off.
Like
That would throw me off.
It does. Like, what are you talking about? Like every time I look at the sun, I'm just like, we're done. I think
Goodbye.
someone's gonna just, see you guys.
But that's basically what I did. I got on Snapchat, I did that, and then I went on Facebook, and you can still read it. It's not like I took it down or anything. I
Why
posted
would you?
this thing that said, to all my friends or everybody else that is reading this, good game, I guess. Yeah, I was like, this was as pointless as it all was. So, good game.
I got the high score.
We had a good run.
We had a good
That's
run.
basically, and that's what I put.
We at least got to level 3. I know that.
And I had a bunch of people like, what the fuck are you saying? I was like, don't even worry about it. I was just later in the day when I like stopped tripping. They were just like, what are you talking about? I was like, don't even worry about it. You had to be there, man. You had to fucking be there, man.
Yeah. You don't even understand. I thought, and then it was coming down, and I was coming down. And shit was done.
The shit was done. But yeah, it was.
How long is that?
Like 15 minutes, 16 minutes.
That was like.
You want to stop it right there?
No, let's keep talking.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Here's a question.
Okay.
Because I barely know you, so this is like a good chance to just like find out shit.
Good.
When you tripped out alone? What was what did you do while you were tripping alone? Like this, because I tripped alone only once. I've only tripped alone once, and it was fucking. My plan was just all right. I'm gonna eat this. I'm gonna eat like half an eighth of mushrooms and play Skyrim.
Yeah.
And then about 2 hours into that did not work out because I saw a dragon and I was done.
I didn't even organize it really. I was just like, I just laid around in my room and just I was watching videos. Just like I have a certain playlist of videos that I watch on YouTube when I'm tripping, especially for mushrooms, and it's got like stuff like Chance the Rapper and Mac Miller. He's got some weird videos, and then just like EDM artists like.
Yeah, I love EDM when I'm
I can't fucking remember his name, but he has this crazy fucking video. He's got like a dwarf.
Flux Pavilion. When I'm tripping, I love Flux Pavilion.
Yeah.
Cracks so fucking, and it's such a stupid song. It's just got it's got the simplest drop, but that boom. Like that's not gonna come up on the mic very well. Maybe that's where you add a sound effect like that's like
maybe I'll just add that in, or maybe I won't, or maybe
no. Yeah, you'll just let it be.
I guess we'll know when we listen to this because we will have already heard it and insert.
I'll never listen to it. Why would I listen to this? I'm trusting you with all this.
All right, I know. I have no fucking clue. But anyway, yeah, I listen to a lot of.
Okay, can you listen? Let me ask you this question because I'm already done with that question. Do you can you listen to yourself on recordings? Because
it's
I've
hard.
recorded a few sets
No.
and I hate it. Like I can literally in that 15-minute set, I've got recordings from Connor. I can listen to about maybe 5 minutes and I gotta stop it. And be like, all right, that section's done. Okay, let's take notes on that. And now we go back.
Because you can't do it all in one run.
I can't. No.
I can do it when I know I've had a good run. Like when I impress myself. And I'm like, wow, I really want to see that later. And usually I hear it, it's like, oh wow, my voice is fucking nasally, but way more nasally than I actually thought. But for the most part, as long as my performance itself was okay, then it doesn't bother me. But if I know it was shitty,
Oh yeah. No. I will always.
I hate doing it.
Yeah, I always focus on the bit that didn't work. Like, my
you
entire
gotta.
set could go good. Oh well, yeah. You have obviously that's
it's like you have to get better.
Yeah, but I mean at the same point, like I'll literally ignore all the good stuff. Be like, oh, I closed out strong. I fucking started strong. Oh my god, what the fuck was that new bit? God damn it, I didn't even have a punchline there. What is wrong with me? Like, and I'll do those like, and I will talk to myself like that, like a schizophrenic person because like. I don't know. How do you deal with editing yourself? Like cutting the fat.
Cutting the fat.
Because I have a hard time with figuring out. Because there's things that work one night. And then they don't ever work again. And you're like, well, was that just that one time the way I said it, or just the crowd? Like sometimes it's just the crowd that's just stupid and doesn't just laughs at stuff for no reason. I've had crowds like that.
Yeah, I hate running into that, but it's when I do trim the fat, it's usually just stuff like unnecessary details or just little bits or like stupid puns that didn't work.
Have you ever had a bit that you like to do, but then realized it didn't work, and you knew you had to stop doing it, but it was hard to?
No, but usually it's because I don't stop using the bit. If I genuinely think it's funny and it makes me laugh, and I know it would make somebody else laugh, but not the particular audience, I'll save it and I'll just rework it.
Have you ever had a bit that you've done that? Because I've had a bit that I tried to do that. Like what you're talking about, I tried to do.
But it just still didn't work.
Well, and again, I've done this, and I'm not trying to say that I'm like better. I'm just saying that I've done this longer, so I've had more sets to like do my stuff by. And I've tried to do that, but there's only been 2 bits that I wholeheartly, and one of them was recently, because one of them I tried to bring back because I stopped it for a long time, and it was that stupid the one where I'm yelling down from heaven. And the reason I stopped the country song bit where I'm just like, why don't you get over me like a normal person and fuck my wife, like that? Like that was funny back when I first started, but I realize now that I don't know, I don't like it anymore.
Maybe it's just the perspective you're taking on it.
Yeah.
So sometimes like a certain topic
work.
or like a certain punchline can be funny, but maybe it's the way you're delivering it. Maybe it's the way you're approaching it, like with the build up. I don't know. There's a lot to like that weird.
Well, and that is true, and that joke does have a lot of build up. And if the jokes before don't work, that joke definitely works or doesn't work. But if the jokes work beforehand, that joke does work. Because I did close out my set that one night.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to talk about this stuff when we're doing regular podcasts. It's just a dry run. So I'm trying to get to know you. And
no, it's fine, dude. No. I'd rather have something to talk about, and then so that we can just fill anyway.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Whoever's listening is fuck you. We don't give a shit.
We'll talk about our writing process.
Talk about my dick. Talk about why it's not long enough.
Well, yeah, but that's a personal problem, and I don't care about it.
That's right, but yeah, punk rock. So
punk rock,
yeah,
man.
but punk rock. Fuck you.
Never talk about my dick unless a bandana's wrapped around it.
What? What the fuck does that even mean?
You just punk rock, man. I don't use a condom.
I don't need a fucking reason. I'm cholo as fuck, essay.
Like the Ramones said, because punk rock. They didn't say that at all.
Oh my god. Alright, we need a new topic. What else? Oh, we gotta start doing, we have to start working on the sketches soon. So I guess we should, to whoever is listening to this, we are looking for some people to help us make this podcast a lot sharper than it currently is. Because obviously this is our first dry run, but I would personally like to give a shout out to any editors, especially with video and audio, because I suck dick at it, as you'll find out. And
by listening to this.
Especially like somebody for a camera, like we could use a cameraman for some sketches.
What is the term? Videographer?
Cinematographer.
Cinematographer. Thank you very
fucking
much.
Just cameraman. Let's
yeah.
I'll get all pretentious about it. You guys went to art school. Fuck you.
You don't have a bachelor's degree. This is Colorado.
Fucking pussies. No.
Okay. I love how our potential employees are just immediate. Like, this is okay. So this is probably a good thing because now you know what you're coming into.
Sucks.
Like, it's not like we're gonna be nice to you when we're doing this. We're not gonna say thank you. We're just gonna be like, hey, point the camera over there. We're gonna do some funny shit. Stop being an asshole.
Oh.
No.
They're artists just like we are, and
Hey, I barely call myself an artist. I put dicks in front of vagina, and I make a funny statement. I hope I don't do this on a regular basis, but to quote a great comedian, Kyle Kinane, what we do is just a personality trait. This is not a skill. Yeah. This is a personality trait that we're turning into payment.
That's I need it for stress more than anything. It's like if I don't have somebody to fucking bitch and moan and complain about my problems and still be funny, like if I can't make somebody laugh to de-stress myself, I'll just fucking I would have killed myself years ago.
Oh,
Jesus
that's
Christ.
definitely it. But I'm just like there's been people after I got off a stage, they're just like, man, I could never do what you do. How do you do that? I'm just like, well, what do you do? I'm a brain surgeon. What the fuck are you talking about? I couldn't even think about how you would go and cut somebody's head open and keep them alive. Like, the only time I would do that is if I was really desperate in the post-apocalypse.
Well, you learn a lot of shit in med school, so I mean, that's
yeah, but I don't
really
got that kind of time, and I don't want that much debt.
Oh, fuck. Damn.
Dark beers.
This is a dark beer. Well, I'm going for like a medical degree for the most part.
Well, what are you going for? Oh, okay. So
I major in exercise science, so like physical therapy. is what I may or may not get into.
Okay.
I'm probably going to be training old people at a gym for probably the next 5 to 10
Just in
years.
a pool
And
doing
then just do
circles.
comedy and just random stuff on the side.
You know, to just say, like, if you did do that, that would be a great, like, bit. Like, if you talked about, like, training old people in a pool,
Oh, yeah.
that'd be a great bit.
Oh, yeah.
You could totally make fun of them. Like, Ms. Karen never remembers. She always does the opposite of what I say. Like, everybody's going right, and she's going left and slapping everybody in the face.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of fodder there. If,
Oh, yeah.
If New Year's resolutioners are any indication, because I don't want to sound condescending, but I fucking hate New Year's resolutioners at the gym.
I didn't make one.
I used to be one, and that was fine. I still pretty much am, because it's like,
Wait, what do you mean you used to be one? As
like I
your
started.
parents like, this year we
No,
will
no.
have a good one.
No, I was pretty much like for the new year, because I started. It was 2011, like towards the end, that I had a double hernia, and I was like, holy shit, I fucked all my shit up. Basically, I had 2 inguinal hernias, and I didn't get to work out or really move around or play sports.
What'd you do?
I was skateboarding, actually.
Oh,
that was a part of it. That was what set it off, but it was probably just years of poor form lifting boxes, because I used to work a night crew at Safeway. But basically, yeah, I was just skating this like 8-foot pool, and I dropped in, but my shoe, the back of my heel or the side of my shoe stuck from where the tail was, and I kind of dropped in, and it dragged behind me, and my leading foot went ahead of me, and I just did the fucking splits, and I just felt it like, I felt it pop out, and it sucks. I never recommend a hernia to anybody.
Damn.
It sucks shit.
See, I've never had a hernia ever. Like,
I've also had a herniated disc in my back. That was from deadlifting. Yeah, but I was like, that was like a lot of weight. And,
another thing, never lifted.
yeah. Well, then you won't fucking get those issues. Hopefully. I mean,
What? So how long did you skate? Because I skateboard. And
I didn't
like,
do it for long. It was really, I did it through my freshman year of high school. Actually, a little bit earlier than that, and then went
so was
on
it the
to
hernias that made you quit?
basically, because I was like, I have to actually take care of my body for shit I want to do, and I can't afford to get injured all the time because it's expensive. It was like that surgery alone was like $36,000.
Oh, yeah,
so thankfully I had insurance.
Oh yeah, this is the last year I can get surgery because I've got a dislocated wrist that just keeps on dislocating.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Oh, dude, like if this mic won't pick it up, but when I move like that, you can hear it pop. Like
That's gross.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. Like I've dislocated it twice in 2 years, and when I can touch one side of my wrist and click it back in
Really?
all the time. Yeah, like if it was doing it right now, I'd do it for the mic and it would probably pick it up. That's how loud it is. Like I can literally hear like.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, dislocated my wrist, tore 3 ligaments in my ankle.
I'm guessing it was one of your carpal bones in there. Or,
one of the smaller ones.
Yeah,
exactly.
I read about that.
Yeah,
because I just recently took a class on like the anatomy of the wrist bones and everything.
If anybody who's local knows this park, Central Skate Park, the ramp that's on the pyramid, just trying to do a stale fish and bad form, leaned back too far and landed on it too hard. And that's exactly how it was. It just, this is bad. And I didn't know I dislocated it until I went to Walmart, bought one of those wrist guards because I was like, well, I gotta at least take care of it. And like,
you have to do something about it. You should always try to set or splint it first.
But when I got it and I got back to my house, I put it on and I tightened it super hardcore.
Ooh, yeah.
And I felt it go back in. And there is not a feeling like that. Like it's pain plus ecstasy.
Ooh.
So it's
like taking a fat shit.
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly like it's like it hurts so bad when it goes in, but the moment it does, there's just this tingle, and when your ass tingles, that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, it's not so love.
But no, when your wrist tingles, it feels awesome because I had to stop driving.
Yeah.
But like that happened. But my last injury was probably the one that kept me off the longest, because when you injure your wrist, I just put a wrist guard on and I kept skating. I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But I fucked up my ankle, my right ankle. I fractured that, and it wasn't even at skating. I did it at work by just tripping over a box stocking crew.
There you go.
Yeah,
yep,
just
stocking
caught a box.
crew.
Yeah.
SXEM.
Give a fuck about your pay.
That's like fucking straight edge, but it's like just the stocking crew. Oh, fucking no. We were
No,
stalking crew.
So how long did your hernia keep you off of everything?
I didn't go back to lifting weights or anything or being active for like a year.
Yeah.
But I could have done a lot earlier, but I want to make sure it never happened again because it was that bad. I couldn't even walk right for like 3 weeks. I don't know why my body took so long to repair it.
Yeah.
Apparently my surgeon was like, yeah, you fucked your shit up. And you
Damn.
tore the whole floor open or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you meant pelvic floor, but
Yeah. I'm so surprised I haven't done more. Like,
Yeah.
for everything that I have done.
well, you said you had a ton of fucking broken bones. Like what?
Oh no,
what-
I've never
or-
broken a bone.
Oh.
I just fractures. Like fractured the ankle was the last one.
Yeah.
Dislocated my wrist.
Well, it's
and
basically
fractured
a
the bone.
break. It's just completely breaking.
Yeah. Well, I've never like.
actually
never
broken
had to have a
to have the
cast on.
cast. Okay,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. Like I've had a boot for the ankle, which I kept on for a while. Still, my ankle clicks when I really stretch it. When I bring it up,
fuck.
like if it's wrong and I like really move it, you can hear it click.
My ankles do that too when I squat, and it's weird. I feel like I always get this weird phobia where if I like squat too much, like too much weight or something I'm not ready for, my ankles will like cave in and like overpronate and just fucking explode through my
Ooh.
feet, and I'll just have these nubs just kind of like hitting the floor. That would be nuts.
This is the problem is that like I love skating. Like
Yeah.
skating and stand up are the two things that if I couldn't do ever again, I don't want to say I'd end it, but I would be so fucking depressed. Like
I
it'd be
would
one of
end it
those-
all.
Yeah, just end, like I would try to end the world. I'd be like, fuck this. Like skating is as great as stand up just because there's that payoff. Like with stand up, you say a punchline and there's that immediate boom laughter in your face.
And then you get the endorphins and then going and be
skating's
like,
the
oh,
same
people
way.
like me.
When you land
Gratification.
yeah, exactly. But the skating's the same way. When you land a trick that you've been working on for hours, like I've worked on for hours on a trick, on one trick, and then when you finally land and you put all that work in, the endorphins flood like hardcore. And then and what's even better, and it's kind of like, well, actually, it's the opposite of stand up in this moment, is that with stand up, I will never watch my sets unless I'm studying them. Like if I came up with a special, I'd never watch that special ever. But I will watch myself land skate tricks only either to critique or just be like, I can't believe how long I took on that fucking thing. Like there's those Facebook posts I have right now. Or my favorite one is the Stoner Sloth. Did you see my Stoner Sloth video that I made?
Stoner Sloth.
Have you heard of Stoner Sloth?
No.
Oh my god. All right, we should pause this right now so you can watch Stoner Sloth.
All right,
because you
all right,
have
one
to-
sec,
and
one
plus
sec.
I gotta pee.
All right, break time.
With you from Atlanta, Fulton County.
Have but one objective.
Color I see, then you maintain the status.
December 7th, 19.
Gonna question a psychopath.
The Orby has nothing to fear.
It's a groovy time for a movie time. So grab your gap and grab a seat. But don't forget to get something to eat. Delicious meat and nutritious meat.
You can't beat my meat for a special treat. Sucking on me is really neat.
Don't be a jerk and don't be a fool. Be a good neighbor and follow these rules.
Blah wiggity blarg 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 honk. Right versus.
So yeah, that video is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I told
Okay,
you.
all right. Just to let you folks in on what he just showed me, it's this fucking video of this Stoner Sloth.
Yeah, it's
Stoner
okay. So
Sloth.
what it is it was an Australian campaign ad to be anti-weed, to like show you, oh, look at how
Yeah, like
lazy
the dare
people-
shit and all of that.
Yeah, all that bullshit and like
above
that.
the influence.
Yeah, above the influence. Like exactly, and it like almost immediately it backfired on him because as like everybody knows now, weed doesn't like if you're lazy on weed, it's just because you're fucking lazy. It's
Yeah,
like it's not
you're
the
just doing
weed's
too
fault.
much of
Yeah.
it too often.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can't, or you can't handle it because I know people that can
Yeah,
take a
some
hit
people
and they
just
get
can't
lazy.
handle it.
Yeah, I mean, but everybody's different. It's not like
Yeah.
you know.
It could be this exact same things could be said for alcohol.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Some people can drive on 5 drinks. Some people can't.
Yeah.
I mean,
Trust me, I did. I'm not getting into that.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm also not gonna tell the truth because I don't need to go to court right now.
Yeah, right. Cut that fucking shit out.
I'm done with this.
But
bullshit.
anyway, this is amazing. First of all, why?
Why can't they even talk?
Is this recent? First of all.
Oh no, it was in the last month. Like,
really?
They brought it out in December or November.
So people still think this. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's
like the dog where it's like,
hey,
I hate you when you smoke weed. I wish you wouldn't smoke weed.
Yeah, I wish you're better off weed. Yeah, like that. Yeah, that dog's a dick. But that was from 5 or 6 years ago. Like, see, this is the thing is that like it seems like Australia is behind the times on the stereotypes of drugs. Like, they. I think everybody's criminal. I think everything's criminalized there to the same extent that it used to be. Because I know that there's no. I know that they have like, obviously they probably have a meth problem and all
they're
that
a pretty
shit.
big nanny state, but I hear they don't have a lot of crime. I don't know. I'd have to look into it.
Well,
but they don't allow any firearms either.
Well, you also got to take into context that there really is only
Britain.
3 big cities that you got to deal with there. It's not
There's
like here.
Sydney and Melbourne.
Yeah, Melbourne, and there's one other one, and then there's some small villages.
Yeah.
And you got to
the quote-unquote bogans go. I don't even know the terms.
Some of those have guns. Like, you got to imagine that it's like America where, like, yeah, most of them, if there was something to happen here, yeah, most of them might get taken away, but there would be a lot that were granddaddying into people that nobody knows about that were locked in a safe that you're not going to gain access to.
It kind of blows my mind about how I just realized I don't really fucking know anything about Australia.
Yeah, me
Geographically,
neither.
I don't know anything.
The Mad Max movies, that is about where I take all my context of, like, it's a post-apocalyptic wasteland, right? And everybody's got a gun. And flamethrowers off the side of their cars for no reason that seem to make it faster.
Yeah, because it's fucking on.
Because
I wish I could do that.
Fucking Max.
They do that shit in Africa, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have those pig roasters. That's what they call them. They got them by the window, and they're just fucking flamethrowers. So if they ever get pulled over, they just fucking roast the cops.
Oh my god,
it's nuts. I kind of wouldn't that be amazing if that happened in America?
What did happen in America? There's some redneck with it in. If there's rednecks with those giant smokestacks that spew black tar out of the top of their pipes, yes. If there are people that do that, then there's somebody with just like waiting for the day. And just like, Billy Bob, we're gonna bring this out, and it is gonna light this pig a roast.
I can see that.
You know somebody's got.
I feel like there's some anarchists probably at work. They're just like, that's interesting.
You know, nobody really talks about anarchists in like a history context.
It's because it's never really.
Well, no, because but there was a time like in the and I'm probably gonna get this wrong, so don't take my date. I don't care about dates. I care about events.
Yeah.
And there was a point, I think in the 1910s or 1900s, and it god damn, I guess we're gonna cut that out. But there was a time that we had anarchist attacks. There were firebombs by anarchists. Like the anarchists have been a thing, but nobody talks about that. But especially not the anarchists, because nobody wants that bad press. It's like they're the ISIS of their time, and I'm using like quotations because who fucking knows. But like they're everybody tries to put the positives, but the same thing that's happening with Bernie is if he does win the primary, which. Do you think he's going to? I'm like halfway there and halfway there.
It's really split.
It is really split because the regular Democrats are going for Hillary while like
the thing is, I fucking despise Hillary Clinton. Like I don't
despise her, but I don't.
If you have seen all the shit that CNN, who are way behind Hillary, they've just been like total media blackout on Bernie unless it's bad news for him.
Yeah.
They never are like, oh, he's surging ahead in the polls, which according to some polls he has been.
Oh, yeah.
So
especially online polls.
That's why I have faith in him still, because he is holding his own like crazy. But
my original point was is if he does win the primary, that everybody's going to put a negative connotation on the fact that he has a socialist in his
Democratic socialist.
Yes,
yeah.
well, and I know it's Democratic socialist. I know this, but
a lot of people don't.
Fox News is not going to even put Democrat in that word, and they're going to be like, he's from the Socialist Party, and he will kill your children in their sleep. I'm sorry to yell.
I know. I saw you start getting out of hand, but no.
Well, it's Fox News. They get out of hand.
Yeah,
the only reason they haven't got yelled.
You're just matching their emotion.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, I know they won't do it. I know they're gonna run a huge smear campaign. I know Donald
this is the
Trump
problem,
has
is that
one waiting in the
nobody
wings.
really understands what socialism means. Like, everybody just thinks that socialism... Like, okay, what I mean is that uneducated people don't know what socialism means. Like, the people that took over the Oregon thing, they probably don't know what fucking socialism means.
That's the thing. There's a difference between socialism and democratic socialism, which he is a democratic socialist. We already have
democratic socialism in our democracy.
And that's it.
Social Security.
And it's not a huge deal. But people will take the socialism part out of it because there are a lot of folks that don't understand how a lot of these, systems of government work, and they'll confuse it with communism. And because communism was largely known to fail on the, Western side of the world.
That was because, he killed thousands of people.
Because it's like the antithesis of capitalism.
Yeah.
And so why would our government want to ever make it sound interesting?
I was thinking about this, and communism, and this is from, really uneducated, but just thinking.
Yeah.
But like communism is kind of it's like what we have now almost, because of like the idea of communism is different than what communism turned into, because both communism and capitalism right now have turned into an oligarchy. Like, both of them are just run by the richest people that got the most resources.
That's true.
And especially ever since we had Citizens United. Like, that was the biggest thing on ours that really turned us into an oligarchy. The fact that you make corporations people and you let them donate an unlimited amount of money to their politicians.
Yeah,
like, that
to
is
whoever
hands
they
down
want.
the worst thing that has happened.
It's super irresponsible. It's ridiculous.
It's beyond irresponsible. It's like the corruption personified. Like, personified, because you're making the corruption a person. Like, that is what you're doing, and you're making it to the point where, like, there's no way a single citizen can match what a corporation can donate. That will not happen. The Koch brothers will always outmatch you. The Koch brothers, no matter how many people you get across, if they are not in that 1% that gives the most amount of money to both parties, then you're not going to match anything they do. Well, you've raised up $300 million. I am so happy for you. Guess what? Koch brothers got $1 billion in both party each. And it doesn't fucking matter.
But for what I've noticed,
for now,
at least with Hillary Clinton, they've actually raised almost the same amount of money in this last quarter. I know Bernie just threw like small donations, and he brags about this a lot.
Yeah.
Like $33 million, and then Hillary only made like 37, and she's like the considered shoe-in for the Democratic primary. If he can match her in funding, that's a huge deal. Like, that's a really big deal.
Actually, see this, but this is where I think things are changing. Is I think that, and the internet is the biggest part of all of this. I think you don't need that amount of money anymore. Like, I like...
No, that much money shouldn't even...
It shouldn't even be a thing. Like, we need to get money out of politics wholeheartedly. Like, money shouldn't even be a thing. You shouldn't get especially now with the internet. You shouldn't need donations. Open yourself a fucking YouTube ad, and if you get enough views, you'll get fucking paid through that, and that will be your campaign.
Well,
Do something like that. You don't need to use you don't need to use television. Who the fuck uses television that really matters anymore? The people who are dying are the people who use television. The people who are dying are not going to listen to this podcast. It's the people who are fucking like us that like go through everything through YouTube and Netflix and downloading things. We don't have physical form to put to our devices. All of it's downloaded, and all these things are free. I get everything free. I don't pay for fucking shit. I don't pay for Netflix. I don't pay for Hulu. I don't pay for cable. I download everything online illegally, in parentheses, because like I go to the movies to watch a good movie. I use Netflix through somebody else. Like, nobody uses anything for anything, and you shouldn't have to run a campaign through money, because you don't have to anymore. You can release everything through the media, and the only thing you should have to pay for is like putting together a speech, and you can do that through a Kickstarter. Like, you don't need, the only reason you don't even need money to rent out
for
these
that,
places,
but
right?
Pretty much,
what do you need money for?
For the most part, the money is just for the advertising. Like I said, just through the TV, because that costs, tens of thousands of dollars. And then, because you can't...
I want to see Bernie on a Let's Play.
Oh my god.
You know you would love that.
You can't get... I don't know, feel the burn, you fucking Minecraft.
Feel the burn, you noobs!
You fucking... Minecraft autists.
I wish I could do a Bernie impression, because I would love to do him playing video games right now.
Just an old angry Jew.
Yeah. We are gonna get these grenades out of this bunker and into the other base.
Star Wars. Han Solo fucking dies now. And we need to fix this company and Wall Street.
Trigger alert. Is how.
Trigger alert. Fucking, oh man.
Trigger warning,
we've gone way fucking
old,
off
so
the
he
rails
gets
here.
the second part wrong. He gets the first part right.
This is going way off the rails, but what I was trying to say was that they need all that money to even get their name out anymore, because you can't get your message heard and your name and your run for presidency or any of that news out without spending millions of dollars, and that's really what it comes down to.
But
and them
that's only
hitting the
because of the
road,
mainstream media.
and lots of flyering and paying people to, like phone bank and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They need all that money. But
well, the real see the biggest problem. Okay,
it's not so much in the election that I'm afraid of. It's when they are elected, and that's when the real money comes in, because that's all the fucking bribery. That's all the
especially
lobbyists
for the
coming
re-election.
in. Yeah, and then for re-elections to keep them, in office. It's just like Congress. I fucking hate that Congress no congressmen or congresswomen have term limits. There are no congressional term limits.
That is ridiculous.
They can just stay in Congress for fucking ever. And
or the fact that they don't have to
the
beat every
companies that
vote.
support them are way for that, because that's how they keep getting their legislation through.
Now, personally, again, I'm just going to the internet, and this is probably not going to be able to take effect for probably 10 or 15 years when everybody's on the internet. But I don't think we need a representative government anymore. Like that sounds weird, but like I think that everybody should and obviously not everybody would vote and everything, and there would be problems with it. But you got to figure that at this point, representatives have shown to not bail your interests. Like they don't look for your interests. Like if you looked at every study they've shown had that they don't politicians never follow public opinion, because you have to especially the president, you have to have something be so overwhelmingly wanted that the president has to be like, all right, either I'm going to say yes to this or somebody's going to break down my door. With civil rights it was that way. You had to have white people say stuff for black people to get anything done, and then you had to have men say something for women to have women get anything done.
That's the only way the government would actually listen to it.
Exactly. But if you had it to where really you had it to a popular vote, I mean 100% popular, not this electoral college bullshit, not this
I do have a lot of problems with that.
What's the district thing where they can
for caucuses and stuff like that?
Yeah, no, where they can skew it, they can skew demographics in the state.
lines and everything,
yes,
the county
yes.
lines. What is it, gerrymandering?
Gerrymandering.
Yeah,
that shit.
that's a funny word.
Sorry, I'm so glove that I don't know any definitions. And this all sounds stupid, which it probably is. I will take that into context because I read headlines. I don't read articles. I don't got time for that shit. But no, gerrymandering is stupid. And we should have just at a point where it's just people voting on everything.
Where everybody's vote, it doesn't matter where you are, they just give you a ballot, and then everybody's
Why
vote
do states
counts.
matter? Unless you're voting for states' rights, and that's a totally different thing. But for federal stuff, why do states matter?
Honestly, I couldn't answer that, and I wish we had a guest here that could figure that out for us.
That would be great if we had
if we have a poli-sci major interested in being a consultant for these fucking terrible ramblings and rants and all of our awful fucking fact checking. We would love to have you on the show.
We fact check afterwards. It's kind of like how cops deal with black people right now.
I'm just gonna insert it into a bunch of fucking YouTube captions. It's just gonna be he actually meant Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves, not George Washington Carver. Yeah, they're just fucking not King Tut or Moses. No,
led the Jews out of Israel.
It was Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, and it'll just have his quote or his signature on it, and be this was just such and such.
It was not him. It was not his fault.
Yeah, I think I have some friends that would actually be interested in that too.
I would love to. I would love to actually talk to people who are actually educated in this.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of uneducated people that love my ideas, but that's the thing, they're uneducated. There's people that they're just we should vote for that, but I don't know if that would fucking work.
Yeah.
From what I've watched 7-minute YouTube videos on, the Electoral College doesn't really work.
Yeah.
But again, it's not
but somebody on YouTube says.
Exactly. Yeah, I watched 3 videos that were all 5 or 7 minutes long.
I'm a fucking professor expert.
Yeah, it's not like I went in a 3-hour class and actually learned any of this. I'm listening to what people have researched and told and copycatting.
This guy went to college once. I'm gonna watch his YouTube video on this shit.
I'm a comic. I'm not a fucking.
I know, right? That's why, that's the cool thing about going to school and then just being in comedy, because a lot of the stuff I can joke about is outside of what most comedians know, because I know a lot of comedians that just don't go to college, and especially a lot of comedians that don't get into sciences, because it's a science. It's not really an art. It doesn't really invest a lot of comic types.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
I
feel like I could just get into a lot of stupid fucking bone puns at least.
Well, I don't think that's true at all, because I don't go to college, but I love.
But yeah, I mean, you love to learn. I'm not saying.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. But what I think is that now again, it's one of those things that like the internet is changing everything, including education. Like I can take almost an exact copy of any of your classes online. Like I have to pay for it, but I don't have to have it. I don't have to go into debt. I can have it can be a $50 course. It's like every single text you get, I get the same text, and the only difference is that you have a so-called professor that like teaches you his version of that subject.
But I mean, it really comes down to degree value.
No, and that's the thing. You get a special piece of paper with a squiggly line on it.
And that's what employers look for. But if you are going just for the sake of learning, you don't have to go to college. I totally understand that. Yeah. Because if I was just obsessed about learning stuff, like the 10,000 hours rule.
Yes.
Or the stuff like that. Like, if you spend 10,000 hours researching or learning about a certain subject, you become an expert, like an international expert in that subject. And you can totally do that in your spare time. Like, that's a lot of it is what Einstein did. A lot of other famous, I can't even think of it by name, but I know a lot of famous people have gotten, good at whatever they do by that. They don't have to go to college. And college is really not that worth it anymore. But
Ron Jeremy got really good at 10,000 hours of being a fat piece of shit, and he is really good at that right now.
And he's really good at fucking bitches. Yeah. He's really good at just swinging his fucking big Italian
being in
meatball
any
sausage.
movie that he doesn't belong in. Like, he's the master of that. Like, why is Ron Jeremy in a drama about Jews? That it makes no sense.
Because everybody knows that he can dick punch girls in the face with his giant fucking John Thomas. That's all they need.
He would punch Nazis like that
because it's funny.
So put him there.
It's like a shtick though. It's like a fucking just like, hey, you remember this guy, this guy. You masturbate. Yeah, and then you'll recognize him in this movie. That's really it's cheese appeal. Yeah. It's just you had your dick in your hand, you watch this actor. Now he's saving the world. That'd be fucking cool. Imagine if Ron Jeremy was like a secret agent.
Oh man, that would be so. He was like, the next Men in Black.
all the female seductions are just like, like how James Bond would always like fucking talk his way into some lady's pants because he's suave like that. Yeah. Just Ron Jeremy just doing the same thing, using these really cheesy lines, and then they just turn into a full porn.
Yeah.
And then they just like just fucking railing this chick out.
I've never seen a Ron Jeremy porn. Have you?
It's really cheesy as fuck.
I thought so. I've never actually watched one.
I've seen a few. Some people just bring him in because he still does porn work. Like he's like still in there. I see him on new videos, but it's just like I don't like watching him have sex with women. I wish I was him too because he just made a living of being a fucking like fat guy that just fucks chicks and has a really big dick. But I think anybody would want to make a living out of that. I would make a living out of that.
Oh yeah, no. If I could be fat somehow,
then
I would love
fat somehow. Yeah, just eat a bunch of food and drink a lot.
Oh, no, I've tried. I've got the metabolism of a crackhead with a meth problem.
If you drink enough and you eat enough and you fuck enough bitches, you will become Ron Jeremy, and that is a fucking guarantee. That is a Goku guarantee. You can redeem that at any goddamn Bang Bros or Brazzers,
Brazers, Pornhub, RedTube, Tube Galore.
I like the Bang
Fetish
Bros.
Network,
It's a family outfit.
Dr. Tube. I'm just gonna keep on naming porn.
They have such weird names.
Oh yeah.
Like, have you ever? I used to go on
Kim.com. Like, it's just a girl's name. Oh yeah. You just want to fuck this, but you want to fuck Kim.
But think of like Kangaroo Tube.
It's got a night tight
or
puss.
Elephant Tube.
Oh, dude, Elephant Tube.
What the fuck?
Oh no.
Why are they popular?
Every single subject has their own
everything,
BBC
and then
Tube,
BBC Tube,
BBW Tube,
and it's like English fucking British broadcasting Tube. And it'll still have like newspapers masturbating or something like that.
No, there's like, I swear that there's a parody for every single movie ever made.
Cat Tube and Dog Tube.
Oh
and
yeah.
Boob Tube and Zoo Tube. I've seen Zoo Tube.
Zoo Tube is dirty.
You've been on Zoo Tube?
Of course I have.
That's a bestiality site. Oh my god.
Man.
I was just
I
kidding.
ride the web. It's called surfing the web, not fucking going to the stand at the beach.
But yeah, they're just so insane. There's like, and they have like the weirdest. Even those ones have that don't end in tube. They have like the weirdest names, like E-fucked.
Oh yeah.
Or
Fetish Network. Like that one's just like what the
well, that one's not too bad, but
no.
It's not like splorp.tv or like fucking. I just made that up.
Well, there's ones that don't even make any sense. Like
Jew.
Like what was? Oh man. Porn gerbil. Like you should.
Porn gerbil.
You should not. Like that brings up South Park.
It's got like Richard Gere videos. Where it's got him funneling rodents into his ass.
Finally, the proof.
I love that. I love that man.
Yeah.
I don't know a whole lot about him, but when I found out that he used to put gerbils in his butt, I remembered him. He would be one of those actors I wouldn't give a shit about, like.
But now?
I just like random like Dolph Lundgren. I don't know. I don't fucking give a shit about him. But Richard Gere.
He did. He went
did Dolph Lundgren put anything in his butt? Not that I know of. Probably steroids actually, but because he was huge in Rocky. But no, you'd see Richard Gere. Yeah, you remember him.
You remember him? He got gnawed in his ass for you. You know that happened because he didn't put a dead gerbil up there.
His
that
fucking stomach is
dead.
Probably like the watering hole for like his gerbil farm and his insides. It's like
they made a pond.
It's like the Rick and Morty episode, like with the human body, where they welcome to Anatomy Park.
Well, great. By the way, I've been trying to figure out who the fuck does the voice for the guy with the cane, the germ with the cane.
In Rick and Morty.
Yeah,
that one episode.
Isn't the guy from the Ricky Gervais show?
John Oliver. That's who it is.
Oh my god, damn it, you son of a bitch. I can't believe I didn't catch that voice until just now.
That was pretty obvious to me, but I like John Oliver.
No, I love John. That's the thing, is that's why it's so fucking stupid. That
Sorry, I'm never fucking good with names. Like, it took me forever to remember.
I can usually always place voices. That's the thing.
Yeah. It took me forever to even remember like Rob Schneider's voice. It's weird because he's just like nobody remembers him. I mean, he doesn't do anything anymore.
Well, him and
He usually does shit with. He's like Adam Sandler's coattail rider, basically. That's all he's been his whole fucking career.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like he's in Adam Sandler movies and he'd be like, "Hey, I'm this guy with this weird voice. I'm a gigolo. I'm fucking bitches."
Norm Macdonald was the same way, kind of like it was. Yeah, like
but he did the Man Show, so that was that was a little bit different.
You know who I just heard? I was just listening to Kill Tony, and I heard Jeff Garland for the first time in so fucking long.
I've never. I don't think I know.
Daddy Daycare.
The
white guy, the fat white guy in Daddy Daycare. The other guy.
I haven't fucking seen. When's the last time you watched Daddy Daycare?
It's the only movie you remember him from. That's the problem. Is that? I'm fucking like a motherfucker when I rasp your voice. Like that is the weirdest. Like when I heard his voice, I was like, holy shit, because that was the only movie I could put it to. I've never seen him in any other movie. I know he's stand up, and I've heard his stand up, but for some reason, my childhood memories brought up past.
That's fucking funny.
And it was a horrible movie, dude. That was a shitty movie.
I would know him by face. I'm sure I would know him by face.
Yeah, fat
I'm a
ass.
faces guy though. Like I remember faces, but I don't remember names.
Oh yeah, that's my problem. I am horrible with names. Like the only reason I remember your name is because you're a Super Saiyan. Like
exactly. Yeah. It's easy. It's fucking. If you had a childhood, you'll remember me. So.
Yeah, exactly. If you had a child,
if not,
your parents
then
loved
you.
you'll remember this guy.
Yeah. Well, it's more of like if your parents left you alone or on the TV between the hours of like 4 and 7 for Toonami.
Yeah.
Or like Adult Swim or whatever. But
oh no, Adult Swim only added blood.
Yeah, dude, Adult Swim's lineup back in the day used to be fucking tits.
It's still dude. Rick and Morty is like.
Well, yeah, Rick and Morty, but before that, they had a fucking dry streak. They had. I mean, I love the Venture Brothers and like Aqua Teen. Obviously, a big fucking Aqua Teen fan since I was a kid. And then animes like Full Metal Alchemist, Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh yeah,
really love. Ghost in the Shell, Paranoid Agent.
Was always where I was at. For
yeah,
that. Except Bleach. Never got into Bleach.
Bleach, I ain't getting into Bleach
yeah.
either.
Good
That's
job. Thank
weird.
you. We're gonna have an audible high five right there. That's how we. That's the one time we're gonna do that ever again. Because high fives are 2000, and we're not done with that.
And they're loud. I just see that spike on the monitor. It's just like fuck it right there.
We're gonna have to cut and edit. We're gonna say we're gonna have to
I'm gonna leave all this shit in.
Oh, good. Yeah. I hope so because these people are gonna be fucking mad. But no, there was a long dry streak. Like I think it was like season 6 of Robot Chicken as it started. Everything started to go like, and Robot Chicken was always kind of good. Like there was always at least one skit that was really funny, and the Star Wars ones were always good.
Yeah.
But there was some.
Oh yeah, there were bad episodes. There's like bad episodes in every show.
Yeah, there was bad episodes of South Park. There was like 3 years where South Park was really
bad,
weird.
even per se. I would just say slower or boring or not up
not
to the
as
standard.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
when you're
whether it's in quality or just in story. Like Rick and Morty, which I loved. I honestly think it's one of the best cartoons I've seen in like the past 10 years.
Oh yeah.
It's.
Oh yeah,
it has its slow episodes, and they went a weird direction on the second season too.
That fucking those episodes with the sorry, the drunk voice. I'm on my 3rd beer, so I'm like stuttering. But No, those episodes with the TV channels from across the galaxy, like there
Oh,
were
that
only
is-
like 2 of those that were good to me.
Really?
Well,
That
no,
was
no,
my favorite fucking episode.
The second one was the one where I was really having a problem because they were.
Oh,
just,
yeah, the second one
see,
was-
the first one was really good,
Yeah.
especially the end. I
Oh my
fucking love that end. It is one of my favorite endings to an episode
Uh-huh.
where they're just like, "Look out there, Summer! Look out there! My body is buried out there.
Yeah.
We all die. Nothing means anything. Come and watch TV, please."
Yeah, exactly.
Like, best.
And I
ending.
love it. It's great writing. Like, fucking
Oh,
Justin
man.
Roiland is awesome. Dan Harmon.
Oh God.
Yeah, dude.
Dan Harmon is he's like one of the best. The end of the episode where the planet girl, the virus girl, breaks up with him.
Oh,
and
yeah,
he tries
yeah,
to
the
kills
hive mind.
himself.
Yeah.
And he just ends up stumbling and passing out drunk.
I know,
like,
right?
Fuck, that is such good writing. Like,
I know.
and see, I have a lot of like this is the problem. Like, this is kind of why I do wish I went to college.
Uh-huh.
Just that I had friends that understood writing. Like everybody that I talk to doesn't understand writing because nobody writes. Like, I'm the only
Yeah.
person outside of college in this town that probably writes on a regular basis.
Yeah, I mean, I write a lot, but...
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying is that, like,
Yeah.
I'm a person with 2 jobs, and I also do all this stand-up stuff. I'm doing this podcast. I write. I'm trying to write
So
skits.
yeah,
I'm
it's like
trying
just,
to write
it's
stories.
like, yeah, if you really want to do it, then you just write it out. How
Yeah,
you make time
but that's
for
what I
it,
mean.
yeah.
Is like I can't talk to people about structure. I can't talk to them about foreshadowing and how this thing will work. Like with you, I can talk to you about how I'm going to write this joke as a structure.
Yeah.
Whereas nobody else in this town I can talk to about, except maybe one of the other 2 stand-ups. I can't talk to about Connor yet. He's not into it enough.
Well, I know a lot of people that are into writing, just not like comedy writing per se.
No,
They'll be
yeah.
more like, novelists.
Well, even though, and I would love to
fiction
talk to those
writers,
people,
like
but
that.
those people are usually going to college.
Yeah, but you're thinking like screenwriters and stuff
Yeah.
like that. If you want to talk to like a screenwriter, I think I know a couple people.
And I would love
yeah.
to talk to them.
I would actually like to have them on here too.
Yeah,
'cause
no,
that would
it's
probably
all-
help.
Because I
Especially
would,
as far as
because that would be a good podcast.
as like a sketch even just for a setup. So we need, we are in need of screenwriters
Guests.
majorly.
Well, we're
just guests in general, but
Yeah.
yes. But we do want a screenwriter for sketches that we want to do, and we would also like to include them on this YouTube. So if you guys are interested, we would love to have you on the show. And just even talk to you. We'll fucking give you beer and weed. Yeah. So
There's always
it's
free
in your
beer.
best interest to participate.
The corner.
You would be wise to do so. And then I'll just say, no, sorry, bait and switch. No, we ran out of beer. I've altered the deal. Yeah, just
Pray I
full-
don't alter it any further.
Of course, I had to stay on the fucking Star Wars kick.
Yeah. Hey, good callback.
Callback. No, it's because I've run out of shit to say.
so your default is Star Wars. Is that what it is?
Yeah, my default is Star Wars. No, it's actually not, because I got in a big fight with people in Star Wars, and now I really don't care that much about Star Wars anymore.
Well, anymore or ever?
No, I am a Star Wars fan. I love the
Of the
latest
universe.
movie. It's good. It's not a perfect movie, but it's good.
Yeah.
But as far as like George Lucas, who he is as a person and a fucking director, I had a lot of qualms with him.
Well, this is the thing is like it's coming out now that he didn't even direct the second 2. Is the first one, and the first one's the worst. Well, besides the Phantom
Really?
Menace.
No, I thought I don't know. I think that honestly.
No, Empire Strikes Back, different director, different writer.
Really?
Yeah.
And I did like The Empire Strikes Back.
I love The Empire Strikes Back. It's one of the best sci-fis of all time.
But well, no, because Spielberg didn't direct that. I mean, George Lucas was the producer for
No,
it.
he didn't direct it. No, there was a different. Spielberg directed Return of the Jedi, I believe. But I
Okay.
know for a fact that Empire is directed by somebody that I can't remember the name
I gotta
of.
look this up. I don't even fucking know.
But I will know because I know this. I know that Lucas wasn't the screenwriter for Empire Strikes Back because the guy who screenwrote The Empire Strikes Back is screenwriting for Episode 8.
Really?
Like I know that for a fact.
Huh. And not
Yeah.
directing? Because
Well, no, the guy who's writing the screen is not. I forgot who is. You should look that up because you got a computer. You can't do this on the fly. But look up who's directing Episode 8. Because I know because there are people like I was watching movie Bob and he was talking about how it's kind of like the same thing as like there's a different director for the second show that's going to be bringing a deeper story. Like that's what I'm hoping for in the next one is that there's
this is
more of a
Ryan
story.
Johnson. Yeah, I knew.
Yeah, this motherfucker, crazy bitch.
Yeah. I've never even fucking heard of him, to be honest. He made Brick. I've never fucking heard of that either. But I don't know, whatever. you better not fuck it up, Ryan Johnson.
Fucking
But yeah,
bullshit.
I know J.J. Abrams wasn't going to stay on with it because he had the opportunity to sign all 3 films, but he didn't want to, so he just did the one.
Well, I think that was
And they
wrong.
make-
If he would have,
yeah.
that would have been the wrong move. I don't think he should have.
I liked where he was going with it. But
No, I did, but he's okay. Perfect example with the same exact genre. Look at Star Trek. First one, pretty damn fucking good.
You mean the series or the movies?
The movies.
Oh, yeah.
The new movies, like they weren't perfect and they didn't feel like Star Trek. I will give you that. I'm a Star Trek fan. They didn't feel like Star Trek.
And we're talking about the new movies.
Yes.
Okay. I
And not
want to
the-
not the old school ones.
No, those. Get those out of your fucking mind. Those are the 90s and the 80s, and nobody knew what the fuck they were doing.
Hey, what? They're still decent. Some of them are. But anyway, continue. Yeah.
I will say this: original con, and this was my point. This was my point. J.J. Abrams, look at how he dealt with Star Trek. He directed the first 2. The third one's being directed by the Fast and Furious guy. Gonna be weird, but the first one was pretty damn good. Like you for a separate movie other than Star Trek, you take away from the Star Trek context, pretty damn good.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing casting Benedict Cumberbucket as fucking Khan?
Hey, he is a very menacing character.
I know.
And his
hey,
name is
him
really
as
hard
Smog
to say.
is the shit.
He
Like his
is,
voice for Smog was pretty badass, but him as a presence, like he's a great like him as Sherlock, one of my favorite series
He's
of all time.
intimidating looking though. He's tall as fuck too. Is he not?
I'm
I'm
okay.
pretty
There's
sure
a
he's,
difference
like,
between
6'3" or
intimidating
something.
and looking primal, because that's what the original Khan did. The original Khan, if you look at the original movie,
yeah.
he looked primal. Benedict cannot pull off primal.
Yeah, but they changed a lot of things.
No,
Like,
they
really
did.
did. Like
But-
how they
but even
switched
as a structure-
Spock and Kirk.
Okay, yes, but
dying
even
and
as
all
a
that.
structure, there were a lot of like gimmies on number 2. Like there were a
Yeah.
lot of like story gimmies where it's just like really,
Yeah.
really that worked a second time. You're gonna use the same exact fucking thing as the original, you dumb bitch.
Yeah.
And only because Spock told younger Spock that's how it
I thought
goes.
the Leonard Nimoy cameo was kind of interesting too. Like,
No,
yeah,
it
we gotta
was.
have him. Kind of like how at the end of episode 7, spoilers. If you guys haven't seen this movie, go fuck yourself. But when
Had enough
Luke,
time in
Luke
Star
is
Wars.
yeah, right. You've had enough time. At the very end with Mark Hamill, with Luke just standing there. And I was like, that was purely cameo. He got more than $500,000 for like 10 seconds of film time.
Well, he was-
And I don't know why they even brought him in. Like, just to have that iconic, moment.
Well, that was a setup, 100%
Yeah,
setup.
I
But
mean,
this is the
obviously.
thing. They tried. They literally tried to, like, their original idea was to put him more into the story.
Uh-huh.
Damn it! See, this is why I'm doing that beer. But everybody could tell. Everybody could tell that every scene that he was in brought it away from the new characters, and that's what if you think about it, that's what they're trying to do. Is they're trying to make these new characters a staple, and that's why they killed Han, and that's why Chewie's the co-pilot.
Yeah, they're pretty much just gonna. Well, they're kind of recycling.
I think Mark's gonna die in the next one. I think Hamill's gone. I think Hamill
You
dies.
think so?
I think he's
I
gonna
don't
go the
think
way
he-
of Obi-Wan. I think he's gonna.
I don't think he's gonna die until the third one.
Maybe the third one. I could see the third, but he will die by the end of this three.
I think he will. Yeah,
I'm almost
I think
positive.
he will.
And I think Leia's gonna die in an explosion of it's gonna be some stupid shit.
I got in
like
an
fire.
argument with this guy on Facebook who called me out of nowhere because he was calling me like this fucking edgy hipster fag lord, to paraphrase.
Yeah, you don't got a unique enough hat to be a hipster.
Yeah, right. But basically he was just like, oh, you shouldn't, because okay, so I am an asshole. I totally did spoil Star Wars 7 for a lot of people.
Yeah,
just
I know.
because
You
I was
almost
fucking
got
bored.
it on me. I should have fucking stabbed you.
I know. I posted up.
Nice.
I posted up that cover photo of that scene of Han dying. Actually getting stabbed. I had an animated version of it too. That's why I
a
knew it was
GIF?
legit. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. And I even sent it to a friend of mine. Just to fuck with him, but yeah,
By
I
the way,
posted
you're
that
gonna
up,
get
and I
so
got like
much hate.
15 people. Yeah, I got people like that just quit adding. They just like unfriended me or just blocked me on their feed just because. Yeah, and I was like, "Fuck, that kind of sucked." But at the same time, I didn't really give a shit,
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
because they added me back afterwards. So it's like they didn't take it that hard. But this one guy, I don't even fucking know. He wasn't on my friends list or anything. He just comes up to me and he's just like, "Hey, you shouldn't have done that. I think your argument is stupid because you're saying all these things and I don't agree with them." And I'm just like, "Fuck you, dude." Okay, first of all, I said that basically the story was gonna was basically somewhat explained by the expanded universe. And even though J.J. Abrams said that they were going to throw that out and not use it in the new movie, they used parts of it. They
He's
used,
too much. Yeah, no, but
like,
that's the thing.
I think with the Star Killer and like with Luke's son, or I guess well, because they were supposed to use Luke. And like Jason Skywalker, whoever, was supposed to leave the temple and do his own thing, but
Jason Skywalker. I don't remember Jason Skywalker in the series.
It's
I didn't read
in
all
the
the
expanded
books.
universe.
But you know what? In the books, Ben's supposed to be
or Jaden or something like that.
By this point, they're supposed to have been.
But basically, it talks about how Luke ran off and just formed a fucking Jedi temple somewhere, and that's what he does in the expanded universe, more or less. He starts training new Jedi and stuff like that. And this guy was all fucking butthurt that he was like, oh, well, you can, accurately guess that. Yeah, I think you're just pulling this out your ass just to be a dick and spoil all this for you. And I was like, I don't care, because you don't really care. If you're this hurt over fucking a franchise, you really take it too seriously.
Yeah, way too seriously.
Yeah, it's like you're gonna find out anyway. Me having the movie spoiled for myself did not impact the way I saw the movie. I really liked the movie. As a matter of fact, it didn't ruin me. I knew Han Solo was gonna fucking die. Big fucking deal. It didn't ruin it for me.
I kind of assumed that personally. Yeah. Like, it wasn't even that you ruined it. It was just that I kind of already saw that coming.
And that's what I said. I was like, a lot of people could guess that Han Solo was gonna make an exit because.
Well, there's no way you're killing Chewie. Like, that would be the worst fucking move.
That would suck.
See, that would be the opposite. That would be the exact opposite as if you would have killed Jar Jar. If you would have killed Jar Jar, everybody would have been super happy.
Oh yeah.
But if you would have killed
the fucking weird alien minstrel show,
I think you would have had half of the people at least not even go to the theater version of 8.
But that's the thing. Is that Harrison Ford did not even want to keep making movies.
Oh, and
he was done with
once
it
I
with
heard
the
that, I was
original
like,
series.
okay.
Yeah, he was like, "Fuck it, I don't want to make any more Star Wars. I'm sick of this series."
Yeah, JJ had to talk him into it.
Yeah, I imagine that he didn't want to do the next movie, even though it would make him a ton of money. He's probably got millions of dollars 72? Still. Yeah, he's fucking got a fuck ton of money to retire on. So what does he care? But at the same time, until he didn't want to do the movie, just a little bit.
Well, see, this is what I think. I think the reason he didn't want to. I can't believe
he's such a little shit in that movie. And iRobot, I fucking hate Shia LaBeouf. Like, I think he's like tryhard. He's way tryhard. It's just and everything I see him in, he's just like fucking like I get that he's got like this weird fucking not even midlife crisis. He's not even that old, but he's just fucking freaking out and like doing all this weird shit, and he just looks goofy.
I
but
think
people love it.
I think he's
people
Justin
eat
Bieber
it up.
if Justin Bieber got mushrooms. Like that's what Shia LaBeouf's kind of become.
Maybe
because but
I can kind of see that.
Okay, I do love psychedelics, but you can't take psychedelics too far. There are people that like Charles Manson took psychedelics too far.
Some people just take it too far.
Yeah, but they can be a force.
Maybe that's what he did. Maybe he just did a lot of drugs, and then his mind was like, "Oh, I need to be an artist."
Yeah,
and then
I need to wear a bag.
He did that thing where
I got raped.
Yeah, he did that thing where he was watching his own movies and just reacting to it. He watched all of his own movies, and he was like crying in some of the parts, or like just like I don't know if you're like masturbating to yourself and how awesome you are in all these roles, and like being captivated by the movie itself, or actually being upset, like physically upset because of how good or bad you're doing.
Oh, that's the thing. If you would have cried at like the horrible scenes of Transform. Yeah. Oh man, if you would have cried,
I fucking love
Zero. 6 feet.
Oh my god.
Wide. Like if I would have heard that, that would have been awesome.
I think you like that a little bit too much. You're like, I thought that was an orgasm.
Well, yeah, of course. It's Shia LaBeouf. I'm just doing it.
Just doing it.
Just do it. Check off.
But yeah, I'm really not a fan of his. I don't get it.
You know, okay. I want to see Fury, and I heard he's all right in that. But I mostly want to see Fury because, well, Brad Pitt's usually pretty good at most everything. Like Fight Club was awesome. And, Inglourious Bastards was fucking amazing. And and like, he's like cast because he's a fucking sexy male, but like he's a fucking good actor. And Fury was, looked pretty good.
Yeah.
But that's about the only Transformers. I never even want to see after I saw the first one, I was like, I don't need to see the rest. I got forced into it because I had girlfriends. And
well, I mean, you pick your battles. I don't
know.
That's
what I mean. That's what I mean. Is I pick my battles, and that's not one of them because I like robot battles. I'm not gonna lie, I love robot battles. But if you took out the story and just had the robot battles, I would love that movie even more.
Yeah. Shit, man.
What's an actor that you really liked that did a shitty movie?
Okay, let me think here.
Because
this should be really easy actually. I think about
Team
it.
America ruined Matt Damon for me forever.
He was in that?
Well, no. Don't you remember Team America?
America?
Just Matt Damon.
Oh,
I
no.
can't.
I didn't really watch that movie all the way through. Yeah, I've never.
I was
seen
just
it
young
all the way
enough for
through.
that to impact me. So now every time I see Matt Damon, no matter I heard the astronaut movie was fucking good, but I can't go watch it because I'm just like.
Oh, the Mars, the Mission to Mars.
Like
Whatever.
what in Interstellar? When I saw Matt Damon in Interstellar, I was like, oh god, no.
Matt Damon wasn't in Interstellar.
Yeah, he was. He was the. Have you seen Interstellar?
Yeah.
Okay, he was the Frozen guy. He was the guy.
Oh yeah. No,
he's
you're right.
a crazy
You're right.
motherfucker.
Right.
And then for the moment a thing went unthought, I was just like,
Matt Damon.
And it ruined it for me.
I've never fucking no. I didn't even remember. He didn't have a huge role in that movie.
No,
But,
no,
I mean,
he wasn't
kind
even
of
in the movie. It was just he was one of the characters that was.
Yeah, he was in the movie.
It was a celebrity. Well, no, he didn't act in the movie, obviously, but like his.
Oh
his,
yeah, in Team America.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get what you're
But
saying.
in Interstellar, but he was just in there long enough for like that portion of the movie to be ruined by it because I was just like he was all trying to be crazy. He's like, I'm gonna take this shit over. I'm like, Matt Damon. I couldn't do it.
He does kind of does look like he has the downs. Yeah, that's what I was saying. He's got the downsy face just a little bit.
Just a little too wide. His eyes a little bit too slitted.
The weird thing is I confuse him with Leonardo DiCaprio all the time, and I don't mean to. I don't know why. Or Ben Affleck, because they're always together and like all their like Mallrats roles and shit like that. And,
Okay,
like, a
yeah, I
Dogma.
can see that with Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, but he does look similar to Ben Affleck. I guess they could both play a shitty Batman.
They're both fucking. I don't know. They're just,
Well, I don't.
Ben Affleck is weird, but
See,
I don't really know.
I like the Bourne Identity and stuff, but that was about the.
Yeah, as far as Matt Damon goes.
Yeah, but Ben Affleck's never really been.
I like James Franco a lot more, but he's also weird. He's like an older Shia LaBeouf.
Well, like the last time that he did anything that wasn't. Well, he had that.
That wasn't
his hand
finger
movie.
popping his asshole.
Yeah. Well, I loved him in Spider-Man. Like I thought, like when I saw the original, James Franco in the original Spider-Man.
When he's like
not
the guy.
this bullshit reboot that. Fuck, dude, I'm talking about Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, like a great, like Sam Raimi, the guy who directed Evil Dead. His Spider-Man is the shit, and like it's the.
But that's the one with Tobey Maguire.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly,
okay,
yeah.
I'm just making
the first
sure.
two are good. Third one is bullshit.
I didn't even like the second one.
You didn't like the second one?
I didn't like the second one
Really?
either. It was getting real edgy, and then it just fell off completely in Spider-Man
It did
3.
kind of fall in the end.
It was super fucking emo all the fucking time. It was depressing.
No, you're thinking of 3.
Is that 3?
You're thinking of 3.
He was starting to get that way in 2.
No, we're talking about 2. 2 was the one where he loses his powers and he doesn't go emo. He just goes like normal. Like he does the iconic thing.
Maybe I'm thinking like James Franco.
You
getting
probably
all fucking depressed. Isn't
Oh
he?
yeah, because he finds out his father is all psychopathic.
I knew
and
somebody
he's just-
was a bummer in that movie, and that's what I remember. But
Well, everybody was a bummer in 3, and that's why 3 sucked.
That's
And,
why
but
3 blew
again,
my
not
ass.
directed by Sam Raimi. So.
Oh, well, there you go. But yeah, it's just a pussy bitch.
No, but the first one, you have to admit, the first one is really good, and it's the one time that I think that Tobey Maguire was like a likable, or not, sorry, James Franco was a likable character without being necessarily funny. Like not like he's.
So
like
it was a
now
role
he's,
where he was
like,
not funny.
Well, no, he was
because he
funny,
usually does comedy roles.
but he was funny in that role, but in subtle ways instead of like over the top, like in what was the last movie he did? The Interview.
No, they have that Christmas movie they just came out with. But
was he in that?
Yeah, I think so. No,
No, he wasn't in that.
Seth Rogen is, but anyway.
Seth Rogen.
Yeah,
but the
yeah.
Interview, he was just so over the, and it was a funny movie, but he's so over the top. Funny.
I know, it was
Same
just
thing
it was
in
very
Pineapple
try-hard.
Express.
Yeah,
same thing in that.
I
like,
actually liked it more in Pineapple Express.
No, I did
was
like it
it was
more.
tolerable, but yeah, in the Interview, it was a lot. It's like you could just cut out whole scenes of that movie, or it's just like you didn't really need
this
the
is
fucking
how improv works.
like
everybody.
the shoving the fucking shoving the fucking thing up his ass to get away with it.
Yeah.
They could have cut all that out because it didn't really contribute anything to the much to
it
the
was
movie.
just to be funny.
Yeah, it was just kind of just to be cheesy and over the
Well,
top.
see, and that's the thing with comedy movies now is that there is a lot of that, There was a movie that didn't do that. Did you see The Kingsman?
I wanted to see that. I still haven't seen it.
See, watch The Kingsman, and this is the thing that I got away from The Kingsman is that a lot of movies now, American comedies now, have a lot of scenes where it's just to be funny. Like that's why you have that scene is because it's a funny scene. Everything in the
because it's just a punchline basically.
Exactly. Yeah. But everything in The Kingsman, yes, very funny. There are so many funny ass scenes, but every single joke
is like relevant.
Moves the story along.
Yeah.
Like there's a fight scene that is the shit that's near the beginning, that is the fucking shit, and it has meaning behind it. All the lines have meanings behind it. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know. It's just one of those things. Like there's a difference. You see this difference between how some comedies are done, and especially with physical comedy. Like this is a great example. Is Scott Pilgrim. Mm-hmm. All those jokes fucking are A, physical, and B, move the story along. That one scene, one of my favorite scenes from that movie is when they're at the first open mic, the first battle of the bands, and they all do the pan to look at each other. Like the teenage girl looks at Scott looks at the other girl, the girl looks at him, and he looks away, and then you see his roommate look at the other guy, and then the other guy looks really awkward. Like it just moves the story along, plus a joke at the very end. Like I love things like that, and
it's just good writing.
Oh yeah. But that's the thing, is like Seth Rogen doesn't really do that, and I like some of his movies. There are funny parts of those movies.
Yeah, but he does have those weird extraneous parts. Exactly, I totally get what you're saying. Yeah, and I try to stay away from a lot of comedies that do that now, just because it's like Adam Sandler does a lot of that shit, and it's just not fucking funny anymore. No. Whereas just churning out all these fucking movies just to fucking make movies. Oh my god, I know. And a lot of his humor was just, especially when he was popular, was just like physical, but it relied on the character he was playing. And then all these movies where his characters are just like, hey, I'm a schleppy guy. I'm a single dad. I'm fucking, whatever. I'm a sad comedian. It's not as funny because he's not like wacky and crazy anymore. Yeah. And it just shows that his writing isn't really that strong to support the movie.
Big Daddy was probably his best work. Because that was what I'm talking about. It was the one time, he was a schleppy guy, but you got to see him be responsible in funny ways, and all the jokes, like I was saying, all the jokes move the story along. Where the kid fucking keeps him up all morning and has him wake up, and then he finally wakes up, and he goes down and he spills the milk, and when he comes down to clean it up, he starts crying immediately. He's like, it's okay, it's just spilled milk. What do you do after that? They go to the McDonald's, and then that's a whole joke to that. The peeing thing happens at that, and that's to move the story along.
And that was a good movie, and you can tell when he has good writing that moves forward and doesn't have to take all these weird detours. Yeah, then the movie comes out great.
Yeah,
but maybe it's just in his directing. I think it doesn't really move the movie.
But because 50 First Dates was alright. I mean,
it was okay. It was a good concept. That's what I really liked. It was a really fascinating concept.
Or to let you have a bunch of jokes because of that concept.
But that's where he started to go downhill, and then he started turning out this piece of shit like the fucking Jack and Jill, and Funny People was okay. Like
that was Judd Apatow.
Yeah, and that was
probably Judd Apatow's.
That was actually a pretty decent movie. Like I like the idea of it.
Just the end got really weird.
Yeah. And then
all the stand-up parts.
All those weird family movies that he's made, where he was like, "Hey, I'm a guy, and here, let me meet this ridiculously hot celebrity," and just like I'm just I'm a balding fat Jew, but watch me work my moves.
And there was Hotel Transylvania.
Yeah, and then there was Hotel Transylvania.
God, yeah.
And then there was the games one, the one where all the games come to.
Oh, Pixels, yeah.
Pixels, yeah.
I knew that was gonna be a shitty movie.
The moment, fucking turd out of my dick,
dude. I didn't even go see that because I knew, because when I first heard about it, I was like, that could be an awesome premise.
It could be. It could have been fucking great.
I know, but the moment that I saw that they showed that,
as soon as I saw Adam Sandler's face, dude.
Oh, see, I gave it a little bit of a chance.
That's when I gave up.
But the moment that it started, it was 3 months away from being released, and they already had trailers on every single commercial break. And when you have more than one commercial an hour, your movie's shit.
Yeah,
your movie,
you're really trying to push that.
Yeah,
movie.
You're just like, this
I can
is
see that.
Suck.
I can see that logic.
We have to do something. All right, promote the shit out of it.
Yeah.
4 ads an hour.
It's polishing a turd. That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
Do you like my turd? No.
Yeah. I love turd polisher.
My brothers saw it. My little brothers saw it. They're like, yeah, it was really bad. and they're big gamers. They're like avid fucking gamers.
Right.
I have a younger brother. I have like 3 brothers. There's the youngest. He's like 10 or 11. I can't remember. And then there's the middle one, younger middle, and then the older middle, and then me because I'm the oldest. So
Same here.
yeah, but they're all avid gamers, and I was just like them, you know. And I was like way fucking addicted. I just don't have time for it anymore. That's why I don't do it. But I tried to keep up with it, but they saw that movie and they're like, it was the biggest piece of shit. And it's weird hearing that from like a middle schooler.
Yeah, right.
Like, yeah, that movie was a piece of shit.
The writing sucked.
Adam Sandler's a hack. Yeah, yeah, just stuff
You
like
don't
that.
even know what that means.
Yeah, I was like, you
Yeah,
little
I know
shit.
I know he's that.
Quit reading YouTube comments. Fucking losers. I
He's made
hate
of troll dicks.
YouTube comments so much.
Oh,
But
I don't even read them.
I love reading them. That's the thing. I'm addicted to reading YouTube comments because I
Really?
love to see how terrible the average YouTuber can be. And it's just like I know what's his fucking name? I'm gonna catch a lot of shit for this, but the super happy, dorky, cheerful comedian man. No. He's like an actual comedian. Pete Holmes. Fuck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's like just really dorky.
Fuck.
Oh
I
my
can
god.
say that because I was one.
Yeah, but it's. I don't even know where I was going with this. To be honest. I forgot what I was telling.
See, I like Reddit comments because Reddit can.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
But yeah, sorry. But he has a whole bit about YouTube comments. Just how awful the average YouTuber is, and yeah, it's a really good bit, but it's so true. It's so fucking. That's why it's so funny, is because it's so goddamn accurate. I can go on any video, I'll end up on the weird parts of YouTube where you start looking at like people popping boils, or like weird quicksand, or like snakes and shit like that, or like people videos of animals eating people, just like weird fucking shit, and. It doesn't matter what the video is. If you know it's about some kind of topic that's been trending in the news, like racism, or like Black Lives Matter or whatever, or anything remotely political, there will be a debate in the comments section, and it will have started with a racist fucking, or like a totally ignorant
non
ass
sequitur
comment.
at all.
Yeah, just completely terrible. It's just, it could be something like, there was a fucking great example earlier. Oh yeah, with Hillary Clinton, because Hillary Clinton had this big campaign where she tries to appeal to the Latina voters by saying, "I'm just like your abuela," and it was super fucking cheesy, and everyone blew her the fuck out for it. It backfired so horribly.
Oh, yeah.
But
like stoner slop.
Yeah, and I see that. I was watching that even on YouTube, and I just saw in the comments section is like, Hillary Clinton is a piece of shit. Obama's the worst fucking person alive. Bernie Sanders is a fucking communist. Vote Trump. Vote Donald Trump. And it's awful.
Trump for president. Make America great again.
We gotta send all the gays back to Mexico.
We have to build a wall around all the gays.
We're gonna make them build the wall. Yeah, just stupid.
Back in the gay pile.
Really ignorant fucking comments, and it never fails. I can always just predict them. It doesn't matter, and without even looking, and I can just bet myself. I'll be like, this is gonna be one of those things. But yeah, just
like if you look.
The
at
thing is, I love it because they're so bad that they're fucking hilarious. Either they're misspelled completely, or they're just like so ignorant that they are funny.
No, it's like when you see a news title and either has Fox News or Glenn Beck in the title, you're like, oh, this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Anytime somebody brings up Bill O'Reilly, I'm like, oh well, I wonder what he said this time. Rush Limbaugh, what did he do now?
Well, see, that was the thing with Trump is when
Donald Trump is in that club now.
Yeah. Oh, dude. No. This is the thing is like. That was the greatest part of this whole Donald Trump thing is when Bill O'Reilly was like, "Hey, bring it down."
Right. Where they're just like, and even like
I got an abortionist killed, and I think you're crazy.
And with who also spoke out against Trump? Fuck, he was the previous vice president, Bush's vice president. No, that's Obama.
Oh,
Dick Cheney.
Dude, when the soulless demon from the center of the earth
when the Lizard
talks
King,
against you,
when he's like, hey, you need to slow it down. You need to fucking, you're all sorts
Don't
of fucked.
sacrifice 5 virgins. We only need 3.
Yeah, right.
Like when that's
Jesus.
happening, like
It's like the greater of two evils, and you weigh it out. It's like
Yeah.
Satan versus fucking Cthulhu or
it's
whatever.
like Satan being like Hitler.
Yeah.
Come on, the gas chambers, bro.
Oh. I hate when people compare Obama to being like the worst person alive or ever. I always see those, and at least twice a day, because I love reading news articles and stuff like that on Facebook. I don't know why. It's a fucking terrible habit.
Well, my favorite
But-
thing is right-wing news.
Yeah, but I just get into the comments section, and without fail, I will always find Obama is the worst. Obama is a terrorist, and he is destroying Christianity. Amazing fucking hyperbole. And I'm just like, yeah, I tease them all the time. I'm like, yeah, you remember that time that he rounded up all the Jews and threw them into ovens, giant ovens with nooses hanging from the fucking ceiling, and then they were just forced to watch reruns of the Rosie O'Donnell show, and just like, you remember he did all that? Oh, wait, I can't either. It's because he didn't. Because he's not the worst person ever. Because you're fucking stupid to compare him to Hitler. It's just ridiculous.
I used to have an old bit that everybody blames everything on Obama.
Yeah.
That
is like a law now.
If KFC stopped having sporks, or
thanks Obama, yeah, that's the whole joke.
Yeah, that was literally that was the punchline joke, and I wouldn't be surprised. Actually, there was somebody trolled and said that Obama did something, and everybody agreed, and I forgot what it was, but it was on Facebook like 3 years ago, and somebody
did he free the slaves? I don't fucking know. Or was it something bad?
Yeah, no, like Obama. Yeah, like Obama's bringing.
Remember when Obama blew up the moon? Or
yeah. Oh man, you know how many? You know what was the thing? This was the thing. Is that?
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Actually, the death panels. You thinking of?
Yeah.
Obama wants to kill your grandparents.
Yeah, like they can't be put under the insurance.
Fucking
so
David Cross talks all about that too, and I was like, it's fucking hilarious. Yeah,
that was pure Fox News propaganda.
Oh my
that was
God.
all that was.
It was really bad.
But everybody, there's not many people still defending Bush though. Like nobody is.
A
Even
lot
his
of people,
brother's
though.
like,
everybody for the most part, I'd say 3/4 of the nation acknowledge that he did a pretty piss poor job, but they have no problem with finding a scapegoat in Obama. Because Obama walked into that mess, he's like, oh shit, well I'm gonna try and fix this, and he didn't fix it to everybody's approval, but he has fixed the country a lot. And I mean, I have my own qualms about Obama. He's not a
more
great president, but he was not
The NAA,
nearly,
just
he's
that
not nearly
alone.
as bad as everybody has made him out to be.
No.
He's done a lot for welfare. He's done a lot for infrastructure. He's done a lot for schools and education, things like that.
Well, I mean, Common Core is fucking.
But Common Core was that's a pretty good point. Common Core is pretty shitty, but he has found ways to keep schools funding. He does push for education.
Well, I mean, look, nobody is pushing for as far as anybody wants to go. Like that's the thing with presidents. Like they can't. And this is the thing that when everybody's just like Bernie Sanders is fucking crazy. He's gonna take everything to the so far left. It's communism.
It's gonna end up back right again.
That can't happen. I think Obama's proven that. Like, think about what. And again, there was a bunch of factors into this. But if you look at the way that he was talking about in the meeting, he's like, I'm gonna do this and this and this and this and this.
He made a lot of promises he couldn't keep.
Well, and that's because we have a thing called checks and balances. Like, it's just the way our system works.
He can't do everything, obviously. But he
the
has to.
The fact that he got that bill through, like that bill.
Yeah.
If you look at the bill, the way it was originally written, it was so much better than what the fuck we got in the end. And that's because of the. I am blanking out on the word.
Just look at your face.
It's like, the God damn it! Fucking hell! I hate when I forget a really.
Please
important
comment
word.
and give Corey the fucking answer.
Compromises.
Oh my God, that's the word.
Yes,
Jesus
I know. See,
Christ.
this is what happens when you smoke as much weed as I do.
All right.
But the compromises he had to make was what got him to get the shitty bill that we have now, and it is better than the last, and only better because there's actually people that can get insurance.
And you do have to work with Congress, and Congress loves to fucking do nothing. They really love
the
to
fact that they're able to not show up to votes. Like that is ridiculous.
It's fucking bullshit. Yeah, all votes should be fucking mandatory, at all times, and they should also have like I said, term limits, and they should also be subject to
We
fucking
brought
success
this
ratings and
all
things like
the
that.
way around.
Just like how we can, we have approval ratings for the president. They're super stringent. And everybody knows about them. Why aren't we doing it for Congress?
Oh,
why
yeah.
aren't we doing it for individual Congress members?
Well, no, we do, and it's 99% of people say that Congress doesn't work hard enough.
And
Like
I
if you
totally
look at
fucking
any
agree.
poll, everybody like
Because everyone's
I
so
think it's
fucking
like,
stubborn,
at
and
the
they want what they want.
14% are satisfied with their Congress.
Yeah,
I think that's the highest I've ever seen it, and it's true because nobody believes in our politicians. Nobody believes in the government. How many people do you talk to on a regular basis that are just like voting doesn't matter?
It's very
and it
true.
doesn't. Voting right now doesn't matter because of the Electoral College and because of things like that, like gerrymandering, Electoral College. Citizens United especially, like all those things, voting doesn't matter as a one-on-one basis. Voting doesn't, except in locals. Locals is where you make a difference, and that's where the Congress makes a difference, and that's why you need to vote for your local people as opposed to just voting for the president. Like, yeah, the president is glamorous; he gets to talk to their countries. Oh, great!
But a lot of it has to do with the like
especially
cities
the way we run things. I mean, look at look at Bernie Sanders. He fucking turned Vermont around.
Yeah,
and
he
I
did.
said fuck too much. But he did turn it around. I mean, like in the programs he put in, and even him, but even in this country, he can't be anti-gun. Nobody can be anti-gun, and I'm not anti-gun. Like I like.
Yeah, guns are fucking awesome.
No, yeah,
but...
you always should have the ability to overthrow your government.
Yeah.
But you don't have the ability to overthrow your government, even if you do have guns. Think about the technology your military has. We have the best. Like, no matter what you say, in our scope. And the technology and the money we put into our military, we have hands down the best military in the world. Like, maybe not in size, just because our population can't be that much.
Kind of
because,
like China and shit like that.
Yeah, like if they put all their population in their army, of course they're gonna outnumber us. But technology-wise, we always sell our old shit to China. F-22s never put into combat. What did we do with them? We sold them to China because we had something that's 10 years ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Because we don't need that. And
I've heard those jets have been shitty though. They've just been like a big fucking money hole.
What, the F-22s?
No, the jets that that have come out to replace them.
The computer programming had a virus in it that they had to reestablish and rebuild the whole entire thing. It's not a shitty program. It's just that it was just a computing error, and it's the way they built
sounds
it.
Ridiculous. But
and
if they built the jets already,
millions of dollars.
It costs us
over
billions,
$300 million.
dude. It costs fucking like
yes.
Each of those costs like fucking hundreds of millions of dollars, don't they?
But yes, but we got to fix. No, I would love to cut our military budget by half. Like I think if we just had it, because
if we
military
did that,
takes up almost half.
Yeah, if we did that, we could house every fucking homeless person, and we could feed all of them. We could feed like fucking everybody,
I don't
and
know
then
about that, but
well, no, it would really only take like a few $100 million to house everybody. Yeah,
really?
yeah, I've looked it up. If you use just a fraction of what you used on the military, you could house everybody, and it would be because it is cheaper to house people than to just let them live on the street.
Well,
because they end up damaging shit,
but
all kinds of stuff. And the cost for imprisonment.
What is the average what is the average expenditure that you would have to spend on somebody that like a single person? I'm not talking about families that have to put it into these.
I'm not sure about the specifics, but all I know is that it's like. It would really not cost us that much compared to what we spend on a lot of other things.
About the true facts about this
right. The statistics, but it really would not cost us that much to house everybody. And then
no, well, and just like it wouldn't cost us.
It's like it's very much feasible, but we choose not to legislate for it because, well, obviously Republicans won't because they're the kind of guys that are like, oh, well, I'm gonna pick myself up by the bootstraps. I don't know anybody's shit, and I'm just like, my money is my money, my property is my property. And if I give it to you, then so be it. But, they don't believe that anything should be shared.
No, yeah.
It's like, we're really not... That bothers me because I don't feel like we're really, as people, are entitled to anything. Like, nothing is really yours. You're only borrowing everything on this planet.
Leave.
Yeah, until you leave or we'll die out.
But everybody wants to be like, no, my name's my name, and this is my land, and my name isn't, or this land is in my name.
Yeah, they're all about
give
ownership.
It to my kids because they have my name.
But liberals and the left are all about sharing things for the common good, and you wanna make sure everybody's doing well.
Yeah,
not amazing or ridiculous with the hundreds of billions of dollars.
And you should, and if you invent something, I'm not saying that we should have a totally there are people that should be, they should be fucking rich. Like, if you invent something like Steve Jobs and he fucking changes everything, you should be fucking rich.
Yeah, but how much is too much money?
Oh, well, no, and that is a big thing.
Yeah.
And there are people that have too much money. Fucking, the Koch brothers, they have too much money.
Yeah, I would really say it should be, and I've said this to many people, it should be illegal to have more than $1 billion. It should even be illegal to be a billionaire. I don't even
Really?
I don't believe
Nobody
needs that much money.
Now, like
Nobody still needs that much money.
I don't know about that. I mean, like Elon Musk, he needs that amount of money.
But if you're
to do
responsible
SpaceX.
at all,
he does need that amount of money to do SpaceX.
But that's you're talking about his company funds and stuff like that.
Well, no, but
those are companies.
Those take
I'm
away
talking
from
about
his
personal wealth.
but he also puts his personal wealth into a lot of other companies.
Yeah,
like,
but
he starts
even
up companies
outside of that, he
wealth.
would still be a billionaire.
I mean, there are people that don't do the right thing, but with inflation as it is right now, $1 billion.
Well, then we
is
need
not
to
as much as...
figure out inflation
Well,
because numbers are just getting too fucking big.
No, we need to have a deflate. Like, I don't know anything about economics, but from what the small amount I've read, a deflation does seem in order. Either that, or you need to bring up the minimum wage. Like, this is what when everybody's just talking about, like, there were stupid ass posts that you see from your parents all the time. Like, there was one that I just saw where it's just like, you want a McDonald's worker to make $15 an hour when a soldier doesn't even make $38,000 a month.
Then pay soldiers more.
That's
we can
what
do that.
I fucking said. Like, are you serious? You think
you can
that
totally
just because
do that.
this person makes this amount of money, and this is the thing that I always bring up. Like, okay, if you think that somebody shouldn't be paid $15 an hour, tell me what you know about inflation, because most people don't know anything about inflation.
All I don't know a ton about economics, to be honest. I've taken an economics class, and that's about fucking it. But that's my extent of it. All I know is that supply and demand, and fucking when the dollar is worth less and more.
So this is the thing with how and this is the small amount of research I've done, but I've actually looked into this. Like, I've read certain things on this, and just because of I didn't get why we needed $15 an hour. Now I kind of do, because there was a point that when we put in the minimum wage, it came along with inflation after a while.
Yeah.
But in 1974, 1976, we passed something that was almost like Citizens United, that pretty much stopped that allowed corporations to give money, but it put a cap on the money they were able to give. But corporations were still allowed to give money to politicians. The moment that happened, minimum wage stopped with inflation. It did not keep up with inflation, and it hasn't kept up with inflation significantly.
Well,
since
it doesn't help because
1984.
it doesn't help because didn't we get off like the silver standard around that time?
Gold standard.
Or the gold standard? I know that, like, because I have some old, like, silver certificates and shit that were still backed by fucking precious metals that era.
Yeah.
But yeah, because that would make sense, because once we made the full switch to fiat currency, of course inflation's going to go out of control, because you can just print more fucking money and it makes it more worthless.
Inflation goes out of control because even from 1976 to 1984, minimum wage kept up with it, but then lobbyists kept it to the point where they stopped minimum wage, and it didn't keep up. Our production has gone up since 1984.
Yeah.
But the minimum wage has not kept up with that.
I actually wouldn't even say our production. What do you mean, like our GDP or whatever?
Our overall a worker's production, how much product he gets out the door per hour has gone up.
I would think it'd be less because we barely produce anymore. Because a lot of
but the products that go out because of how our infrastructure is set and how the corporate infrastructure is set of how things are streamlined, we actually do get things done quicker. But we're not paid as much. We work more hours for less money, and our costs of living are higher than what we are paid. That's why you see so many people out there that need 2 jobs just to make rent.
Yeah, because the cost of living has gone out of control.
Yeah, well, and that's the other thing is that minimum wage used to keep up with the cost of living, and it doesn't forever. Anymore. And that's, dude. If $15 an hour is a compromise, that is another compromise. If you really looked at the way that it should be, it should be $18 to $20 an hour, like that, to keep up with inflation.
To keep up with inflation.
But that's the thing, is that it doesn't always keep up with inflation.
Yeah, and everyone's afraid that it's going to be like it's just going to run businesses out, because like mom and pop businesses, because they can't afford to pay that much.
And yet they're not the ones that are complaining. It's the big corporations that complain because they don't want to have to pay their CEOs any less.
Yeah, which is ridiculous, and is also why it would be good to rope a lot of that shit in. The same goes with Wall Street, but yeah, it's because they don't want them to move, these big businesses to move overseas. They don't want them to lose all that all these companies to other countries.
But that's never gonna. You're never.
I don't even think they're gonna. Yeah, I don't even think I honestly believe if you leave the country as like a business and you just operate in another country and want to do business here, you should either have to pay.
The tax thing is ridiculous.
Yeah, full tax or more tax just to compete in our market. because because they're not trying to really contribute anyway, hiding all their money
offshore bank accounts, yeah.
And then if they
These
just move
sites
to
where they
another
literally
country
just
where they
have
don't
a
have to
P.O.
pay as much
box.
tax if they want to still work with us, and they should have to pay the tax. They shouldn't fucking get out of it. And yeah, it's bullshit.
Yeah. That's a great way to end up.
Yeah, it's just me. I feel like we could produce a lot more if we didn't have these big businesses knocking small businesses out of with competition.
You've heard of the things
because if they left, we would have more. We would have a lot more domestic production. We'd have all these businesses starting to grow because these huge behemoths aren't crushing them out of the gate. You know what I mean?
What about? So you're talking about companies that are moving their employees to other countries, right? You're not talking about like
their
Coca-Cola.
employees and all their business even, and just like quit operating in the U.S.
Okay, so
which wouldn't make sense because we're like the biggest fucking consumer country in the world, next to like China maybe.
Yeah.
But,
well, and that's the other thing with minimum wage is that we live in like the supply and demand. If your lowest people are making more, they're going to spend more, and they're going. That's how you feed the. That's how you feed an internal economy. Is that
and then this guy pays that guy, and that company pays them.
This is the problem with our economy right now. Is that our economy is based off of things that we're doing through the government, like weapons manufacturing and overshores. Counting it and the oil stuff, all that stuff is subsidies for the government.
Blowjobs for everybody.
Yeah, but if
why are we funding that?
If we did something that didn't have to do with subsidies through the government, then we could do something totally different that like expedites. Like we are here's a non-government thing. We are the biggest exporters of art. If you look at the entire world, America exports art like nobody else. Like nobody else. The only close second is like England, and
we don't really subsidize it or anything. We don't.
Nothing. Because you don't need it. Well, for one, you're making something out of nothing, so obviously you don't need any help with that.
And a lot of people can just take it's the subjective value to it. It's like you value it as much as you want to.
There's no subjective value to oil. I need. It's not like I can fucking run my car.
But it's always like it's like something you need. It's an object, but tangible. But
the fact that the food so much is just crazy to me. Like something you need. It like the fact that you put good stuff. That's what I mean. Is like good stuff is so much more than the shitty stuff. Like you know what I mean? Like organic stuff is so much
like because you pay for quality.
No, and you do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like. Why isn't there subsidies to put towards the healthy stuff, but there's so many subsidies put towards corn, which has no nutritional value?
Corn
has no nutritional value.
Are you sure about that?
Has no nutritional value. Look at it right now. Your body can't do. Why do you think there's corn in your shit?
Well, I know it has insoluble fiber in it, but to say it doesn't have vitamins or shit in it,
no, it doesn't.
Really?
Yeah.
Like,
it's a filler.
Like salad,
it's
lettuce.
a filler. I've never seen.
Then why would they feed cows that all the fucking time?
To make them fat, to marble. You want that marble.
Yeah, but
steak.
you also have to keep them alive.
Why is there a thing called grass-fed beef? Because grass-fed beef is so much better for you. It's leaner, it's better. But corn-fed beef is this fucking marble, nice, fat. I love the juiciness. Corn is bullshit. Corn is.
Is that why we fuel our fucking cars with it?
Well, no, corn. No, that's a car. That's not a human body. You don't need. The car doesn't need vitamins. It needs fucking oil and a better thing. I'm not an engine. I don't drink gasoline, and I don't need oil in my ass to make my shit come out better. I'm a fucking human being. I use salads to do that.
Salad.
Sorry.
Salad. That was fucking. Oh my god.
But no, corn. No, corn has no nutritional value. It doesn't digest through your thing properly. Corn is just a filler. The reason that corn was made is because it can grow in almost any climate. You don't need much of anything to grow corn.
Yeah,
it's not that
it's really useful. It's very versatile.
It's like wheat. I could throw out seeds and it will grow in 3 months. But it produces a lot. And you can grow to mass quantities in a small space because it grows upwards instead of outwards.
Yeah.
Like the reason that corn is so prevalent is because of the subsidies that are given. There are billions upon billions of dollars given, and if it wasn't for that, corn would not be a main commodity. If it's in everything, it's in those beers.
It is in everything. Corn oil is in everything. Like hydrogen, corn syrup.
High fructose corn syrup. Like
high fructose corn syrup. Perfect.
Everything, and it has no value. And in fact, high fructose corn syrup is worse than sugar.
Oh, yeah, I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Or, I do believe it.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever left a Coke out in a hot car?
Yeah, it's fucking gross.
When it separates from that clear liquid, that is
Yeah,
one of
it's
the
like
worst
fucking-
things I've ever
But
seen.
yeah, and then they have to do that just because it's like a cheaper form of sweetener instead of like granulated
Yeah.
sugar, and it just makes it works.
That's
with
why
those drinks
sugar
better.
cokes are always so much better.
Yeah, but I don't even
Mexican-
fucking drink. I don't even drink soda because it's fucking terrible for
Only
you.
when I drink. Only whiskey and Coke. That's the only time I have soda.
My guilty pleasure is like Monster and Nos, but that has a fuck ton of caffeine, and
See, I love-
that's my trade-off.
I'm a coffee guy.
If I just drink like uncaffeinated soda, like root beer or something, it's no fucking point. There's no
Yeah.
point.
No.
But
like, no, literally the only time I have a drink is like.
as like beer has more nutritional value than soda.
Yeah.
I fucking love that shit. Here's the beer.
Fuck yeah.
Which I'm out of. But
Speaking of which, pause. I need another one.
what are we at? We're almost to 2 hours. Oh my god, this is just getting so. All right. Well. Yeah, we're at a minute. I keep saying a fucking minute 48, an hour 48.
We're at an hour
minutes.
48.
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
we're 12 minutes off of an hour or 2 hours.
Holy shit, this went way longer than I had ever anticipated. How about for you, Corey?
It went like twice as. Actually, it probably went 4 times as long as I was expecting. I was making like a 15-minute set. We were gonna like say some shit about
We only
my
planned
dick.
this to be 15 minutes, so if you're still listening, good for you. I will fucking buy you a beer. Just bring it up in the comments if you made it this far.
You have to actually say the exact minute amount that we
Yeah,
did.
you better. I'll fucking
'cause
kill you.
I'll know.
Yeah.
I'll
know who you are.
I can see it.
Facebook isn't anonymous, but yeah.
I can tell you're gonna lie from here, right from this microphone. I can tell you're gonna lie right now. So you better not.
Thanks for listening, folks. This has been Tales from the Dumpster Fire. We will see you next time.